Today we're checking out what would happen if different sized asteroids hit the Earth. I'm talking asteroid sizes ranged from 5 meters all the way up to 10 miles in radius.
That's a lot.
Can the Earth survive? Let's find out. All right, the first asteroid is 4 meters big.
Wow, that's already bigger than that woman.
That is much bigger than that woman. And this is so it's going to show us what would happen if a 4 meter asteroid hit New York City.
Okay.
That's not that big. That is not that big.
No, but it's coming in hot, right?
Whoa!
Oh, it didn't even make it to New York City. It broke up in the atmosphere.
Wow, L
That's kind of
goes out.
embarrassing.
What a
This
L.
one is 20 meters big.
Okay.
Wow. Wow, that's the size of something big.
Why are
Yes.
all these hitting New York City?
I think it's
what
just
is
a
this-
good comparison.
what is this
Clearly,
crater
that's
have
where
against
the
New York
aliens would
City?
attack, Adam. In every movie, New York City gets attacked.
I would go after like a Utah.
Why?
There's nothing going on in Utah. you
I would
know?
go after Utah. Is this one even gonna make it? Now I'm
I
worried
don't
like
think
none of these
so.
are even gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Wait, why doesn't
What
it
the
make
heck?
it?
Oh, it broke up into tiny pieces.
Oh! Yo!
Why does it do that?
Look at New York. It's because Jack knows he's smart. It's like the.
So, Adam, when it comes into the atmosphere, it's getting really hot, right? The atmosphere is heating it up with the speed as it's coming in. The air gets denser and denser as it's coming in, and then it breaks up into a bunch of different pieces. But if the pieces are too big, they could come past the atmosphere, hit the Earth, and have a little mini explosion.
and make big boom.
That's how dinosaurs died.
Okay, now we're talking. This is like skyscraper almost level.
How big are these meteors gonna get?
50 meters big.
How big are these
They're
gonna
gonna
get?
get big. They're gonna get miles big. We're only
Yeah,
at
I
50
think it might be
meters.
as big as the
Yo!
moon.
Oh!
Okay,
Still
this
broke
one's gonna
up.
have some serious damage. There goes Manhattan.
Oh
I don't know
my
if you guys are
gosh.
catching that, but there's like a sound wave too, so it's breaking the sound barrier when it breaks.
Whoa, this one's bigger than the Mona Lisa.
Wow. Are these real meteor impacts that have happened in real life?
So
No, you
I don't
dummy.
know. I don't think that they've actually hit New York City. However, giant asteroids have been hitting the Earth for billions of years. We're just lucky that most of them break up in the atmosphere.
Aren't there like some locations where you can go and see like meteor craters? Like there's still craters.
Yeah, there's tons of them. Especially Africa, I'm pretty sure, has like one of the biggest craters still, and it's like a huge valley. where
Isn't
lots
the
of
Grand
animals live
Canyon?
now. Grand Canyon was actually made by water that goes through for millions and millions of years.
There's no way you actually thought that.
Also, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but you know when you look up at the moon and it kind of looks like a bunch of different little dots? Those are all from asteroids. And the
Oh.
asteroids, it doesn't have the atmosphere, so it can't break them up like the Earth does. So those are all different like little asteroid craters.
Wow.
The more you know.
That's crazy. What if the moon hit the Earth? That would be a really big asteroid.
I think that might be the last thing that's in this video.
Oh my gosh.
Yo!
Wow.
1.6 kilometer meteor
That's
crater.
almost a mile long, right?
I think so.
It's like 0.7 miles.
That's crazy.
Okay, and these are only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
So the impact energy on this one is like the SAR bomb, which is one of the first ever nuclear bombs that was created.
Wait, is this 51 SAR bombs or is this the SAR bomb 51?
No, it's 51 of them. 51
Oh
nuclear
my gosh.
bombs.
Okay, New York City's gone. I'm sorry.
No, I think this is going to expand all the way into like all of the East Coast is probably going to be wiped
Oh
out.
my god,
It's not even that
taller than
big.
the Eiffel Tower. Dude, the Eiffel Tower's huge.
I know, but not that big.
Oh, it's
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh!
That cannot be accurate. It just destroyed all of New York City.
yeah.
You know what's crazy is like this could actually happen. This could actually happen.
No way.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so the chances of this happening are very, very, very small.
It's how the dinosaurs died.
No.
It is, however,
It was from
that was
water,
at a,
Alec.
That was at a time when our asteroid belt wasn't fully developed. Our asteroid belt now is like as safe as it's ever been. Like the
So it's like
asteroid belt,
protecting us?
Yeah, so it protects, I believe, like the inner 3 planets. So it protects like us, Venus, Mercury, and I also think Mars is right within that cusp. But that's why we don't get hit, because we're protected by this whole asteroid belt. So any big asteroids coming in go into the belt, and then they just get trapped in the belt. So that's why we haven't been hit by many asteroids.
I don't understand. If a big meteor is coming down, right? Why can't we just shoot our own meteor at it and then blow it up?
Yeah, like let's just call Iron Man to go deal with it.
That
Just-
is what scientists have said, that they should redirect it. If there ever is a big asteroid, they're going to send out rockets to move it a little bit so that it just gets like,
I like that. That's
propelled
smart. Why
by
don't
our
they pay me?
gravitational pull. Uh-oh, boys. Uh-oh.
So we're already at a mile
Wow.
long. 1 mile long.
1
That's
kilometer,
a kilometer.
Adam.
That's 0.6 miles. Oh.
Oh, boys.
Whoa.
Yep, this one's coming right into
That one looks big.
planet
That's
Earth.
pretty much the sun.
That one looks big. That one looks nasty.
That one is on fire.
Oh, GG's, New York. GG.
Oh, New York is
Downtown
getting destroyed.
Manhattan.
I think at first I would think that this was a firework. So I'd like start cheering.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my! It just destroyed. It actually just destroyed all of New York.
Oh, that's more than just New York.
14-kilometer crater.
That whole crater is New York.
Dude, that probably makes like earthquakes too.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay, this is 20 times bigger.
That's what took out the dinosaurs. So it's similar to the one that took out the
8,700,000 T-Tsar bomb.
This is 20 times bigger than the last one. Do you guys think you would do anything if you saw it coming at you? Like if you looked in the sky and you saw it?
I would try and
Like,
dodge
what would
it.
you do?
I pooped my pants.
You poopy your panties? I would too.
Oh.
Here it comes. It's entering the atmosphere.
Broke the atmosphere. Oh. Oh.
Oh! Whoa!
There's the
That's
entire
why-
North America.
That's why the dinosaurs got deleted, because of that.
Yo, it made a volcano!
So it's not even like, so that happens, right? Even if you survive this, there's gonna be an immediate ice age that happens from all of the carbon dioxide that gets emitted. Immediate ice age.
Why would there be
Oh.
ice? No, that's not accurate because look, if you look, there's so much fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was
it
Crackjack.
clouds the atmosphere, boys, and then it blocks out the sun, and then the sun can no longer get to the earth anymore. So it just turns ice cold.
I actually did hear about that. I heard like the dinosaurs didn't actually die to the meteor, but because there was so much like dust and everything, no more trees or vegetation could grow, and so they couldn't eat anymore. They all starved to death and died.
These small things could survive
That's
because
what I was saying.
they didn't need a lot to eat. They could, you know, burrow underground and stuff. They didn't need to worry about it.
I completely
Right.
agree, and that's what I was saying from the jump.
Exactly.
Wait, that only destroyed one country. I mean, it's a lot, but there's still 7 billion people.
4 billion years ago, this thing hit Earth. So also, I know, I just came from like a planetarium a couple months back, but they actually said, so the moon, right? The moon used to be a part of Earth.
I heard that before. I
An
don't know if I
asteroid
believe that.
hit. What are you talking about?
don't
Why
know
don't
if
you
I
believe
believe
it?
that.
Why don't you believe it?
Because it just sounds silly. It sounds like they
it got
want it to
hit-
be true, but
It
it's
got
like
hit by an
not
asteroid,
really
and then it
true.
got
Jack's a flat
dinked
earther.
off, and then it started going around.
I don't know if I believe that.
Guys, you know Horton Hears a Who? You know how, like some universes can be really small, you know that theory?
Oh,
For some
yeah,
reason
yeah.
I'm thinking like, what if like a Horton Hears a universe is stuck in my toilet and I'm like this 1,000 tar bomb with my turds dropping in the toilet? That would be crazy if you think
you
about
probably
it.
are. Yeah.
I'm destroying planets with my turds.
That's good.
So this one's wiping out planet Earth, right?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna destroy half of the planet.
And I think the
Well,
whole planet's gonna be
luckily-
gone.
Look at how small it is though compared to the Earth.
This one is landing in Italy, so no more pizza.
Wait guys, what if it landed in water instead of a planet? Would that change
tsunami.
anything? I feel like that would change a lot.
I think
tsunami.
it would. Oh my gosh! Yo, look at all like the fire coming off at the top. Are those all gonna land? Are those all like little meteors?
Yup.
That's like
It's
a bunch of little meteors.
Like a shrapnel grenade.
Okay, this would definitely destroy all of Earth. No one is gonna live. No one's living after this.
You only need like a tiny little meatball in order to destroy Earth.
Whoa!
That was the moon.
We almost got hit, guys. We almost just got hit. Yo.
I like your cut, G.
That's pretty sick, though. I'm not gonna lie. Even though that's my Earth, I still feel like that's pretty cool. I'm
so happy
Like, if
this
that
is just a
happened, I would be
simulation.
like, wow, that's a pretty cool way to go out. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even know if you'll have time to think that. Oh, that looks like the moon. Oh, no.
That is a moon. That's a moon. That's a Jupiter moon, I think.
Series.
Wait, what's their issue
we're
with
being
Turkey?
synced to now.
You think they have a problem against Turkey?
I mean, it's either turkey or chicken that has to go.
That's the size of the moon.
Well, it's,
That
it's
is
a,
insane.
yeah, it is a moon.
It looks like it's moving slow, though. Maybe it'll just like land nicely, nice and peacefully, you know?
Then we can add to our Earth.
Exactly. We can
So,
colonize
It's a
it.
little top hat.
It's saying Ceres is about 27% the size of our moon.
Oh, that's like kind of tiny.
Yeah, it's only like a quarter.
Yeah, this is tiny. Nice one.
Look how slow it's going, though. Maybe it'll just like be nice and land kindly.
I think it's going slow relative to its size.
Okay, it did not land kindly. I can confirm. It did,
And
it
there
did
goes
not
Africa.
land very kindly.
There goes Africa. The media's racist. They're coming for North America now.
That
okay.
is insane.
Okay, it's not racist. Sorry.
That is just, this is only a quarter size of the moon.
It
Wait,
just,
what would happen?
It just destroyed everybody.
It turned the Earth into the sun.
Oh my, it actually does look like the sun. That's crazy.
Wait, do you think that's how the sun was created?
No. That's insane.
I think I just solved something.
Oh, there's a
so-
survival manual, boys. We can learn how to survive.
It's surviving. What are you talking about?
Okay, the summary of that video is if asteroid hit Earth, you're dead. Everything's dead. You're dead. Your mom's dead. Your grandma's, sister's, uncle, dead. Now the question is, what would happen if the Earth hit the sun? And we're gonna be doing it in style because we're gonna be watching it through a Minecraft simulation. This is gonna be epic. Let's get it. Let's go.
What happens if the sun swallows Earth? Let's find out.
I don't know.
The
Wait,
sun
don't
is
blow it up.
expanding, and precisely 10 days from now, the sun is gonna swallow Earth. But with
Wait, this
Guys,
isn't real,
what?
right? That's
We
not
only have
real.
10
This
days
is just
to live. Are you
Minecraft, right, Adam?
serious?
You guys both were talking at the same time. I have no idea what you guys are saying.
Is this a real thing? Is this happening, Adam?
This is in Minecraft. It's a simulation of Minecraft. I said that.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
It's very clear. What are you guys talking about?
He did say
Okay.
that.
I
I
was
was getting
just
a little scared.
nervous, that's all.
Yeah, it's just very scary so far.
I didn't want to die.
Shout out to ZMDE, by the way. If you guys want to watch this video, down in the description.
every day that passes, the sun gets closer and life on Earth changes more and more. Watch until the end to see
Oh.
if anything actually survives the sun.
This video is about
Day
to get
one.
crazy.
Hey,
Here we go.
The
it's
gingers
real
will
nice
survive.
out today. Summertime is in
Beach
full
day.
effect. Look how
I hope
packed
Grox
this
isn't
beach
around.
is. All the villagers are out
Hey, they're
tanning
dancing.
and wait, hold on.
Bro.
Oh, what?
What is that?
He just got assaulted. Yo!
What the heck? Why did he toss that in the video? That has nothing to do with the sun.
Heck, bro, he put Squidward's nose.
He didn't get hit with the sun. He just got hit with the moon.
So day one, everybody's fine. Everybody's just chilling. But the sun's getting closer. It's about to get weird.
The sun is 10% hotter, and temperatures on Earth are breaking record highs. Whoa, you can literally see the water from the ocean evaporating. Ew.
Ooh, that's not good.
Nothing like that.
Wait a second. If the water was evaporating, that means it's probably boiling. If it's boiling, they can't be in the water. They're gonna get boiled and cooked. What a dumb idea to go in the water. That's so dumb. I would just crank up my AC unit, you know, and stay inside all day.
Yeah, Alec makes a good point, actually. Yeah, that's
Thanks,
making a lot of
guys.
sense right now.
I would go in the ocean because it would probably be like a jacuzzi. At this point, 10% hotter, I would want that. It's pretty cold where we are.
Feeling of humidity everywhere. I can see why everyone's heading back inside.
That's
Day
what I would
3,
do,
the
man.
humidity
I'd be
is
so good
getting
at this.
real bad. Like, look at all this rot
what's
growing on
happening?
the trees. It's even
Rot?
getting on all the villagers' houses.
Wait,
And
why
in all their
is it
stuff.
rotting?
Doesn't
Yeah, I
get
don't
any
know.
better.
I think that's because there's like wood's burning because it's so hot.
It would say burning and not like rotting, right?
Well, usually, so when the sun burns hotter in certain areas, it increases the speed of time. For example, if Alex's face was out in the sun for like years and years with direct sunlight, he would be a wrinkly old mess.
You're saying that it accelerates aging on your skin because it dries out your skin like beef jerky.
Exactly.
Better outside either.
Oh,
Are they all
What's going
sunburned?
on with these
I
guys?
think so. They're drinking
Yo,
the zombies.
What? They got hypothermia. Day 4 and
Wait, it got cold?
Damn,
What?
I thought
I
the sun
don't
was bright
understand.
before, but nah. Now it's really bright. Yo,
What do you
sun
not
looks bigger
understand?
what
than the
happened
moon.
around?
Yeah, I thought the sun would be way bigger than that. Like, if it's that close, it should be like that big. You know, you have to like do that with
Well,
your neck.
it's getting closer every single day, so sooner than later, that'll happen.
Here. Are we on the right planet? Yep. Nah. this
Oh,
is
that's
Earth
getting
now.
real close.
All the
God.
grass and trees are dead. This place is looking a lot more like Mars. now.
Oh, it's a new
whole
Minecraft.
desert.
Yeah, it's like a
biome.
desert.
They're starving out here because all
Aw.
their crops are dead. But looks like these guys are doing a scavenger hunt or something. Wait,
What are they
doing
looking for?
now?
That's so
Building some
messed up. He's
kinda-
making fun of them.
No! They're praying to a sun god because they need answers.
Who's the sun god from the Moses mob?
Baracco, the sun god.
Baracco's about to pop out, burn all these fools.
He's probably so powerful right now, he can harness all the power of the sun instantly.
Man, if only I could help them. Wait, I got an idea.
What is he building?
Alright, much better. Sometimes you gotta give him a little
Oh.
push in the right
Dude, he
direction.
just changed their
Now
god.
they're worshiping
Shrine.
a worthy cause.
They
You
kind of
seen
should be
this?
worshiping him because
The
he's in
ocean is
creative mode.
literally boiling like hot water in a kettle. What does this mean for all the fish, though? I guess that answers my question. It looks like half the villagers are real
They
happy
dead.
about this, and the other half, they think this is a sign of the apocalypse.
Why is one half happy?
I don't think that they're happy, dude.
It just said one half's happy, one half is not. They just said it.
I don't think anybody's happy, bro. They're all gonna burn alive.
I feel like some people in the world like want an apocalypse.
I honestly think that'd be kind of cool.
Exactly. Jack, this is what I'm talking about. We
No,
got
but seriously,
sections like
seriously,
this.
hold on.
What?
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. What if there's like a zombie apocalypse?
Here we go.
That's it, really. How
It
cool would
would
that
be
be?
cool for like maybe a couple of days. Imagine you get eaten alive. Does that
Well,
sound
no, see,
cool?
I'm not imagining that part. All I'm imagining is like,
He wants to be the main character from Walking
You're
Dead.
telling me you just want to go shoot a bunch of people that are kind of humans but not really humans?
yeah, pretty much. That'd be
think
so
it's
cool.
Messed up,
fantasy
man.
land.
You are messed up.
You guys are right, but these guys are way more fun. What's happening now? Yo, they're digging
This
way
is actually smart.
down.
Oh,
Looks like
that's
one of
the
the
only way to
apocalypse
survive.
believers is leading them underground.
You guys know Alec lives in the basement. That's always the coolest part of the house. So if you keep digging down, it gets cooler and cooler and cooler.
Wait, Adam, are you saying that the guy on the screen is Alec right now?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Ridiculous. Because he's orange?
Isn't that?
Yes.
Wait, isn't that? I remember
Precisely,
you.
Alec, because he's orange.
Oh,
No
these
other
other
reason.
villagers are laughing at them for going underground. Come on now.
They're
That's
killing
just
them.
disrespectful. They're going through all the stuff they left
heck?
behind.
Are those things from the
I wonder
Oregon
how
Trail?
the underground villagers are doing.
He's got
now.
pit stains.
Let's check on them. Day 5 and
Whoa!
What the?
That's
Our
crazy.
boy's been
yo!
working.
This is
Look at
actually what would
place.
happen though if we
How'd they
came
pull this
closer
off?
to the
It's a
sun.
whole underground
just turned into
city
a bunch
down
of rats.
here. Okay. So they set up these solar
That's
panels up
pretty
on the
sick.
That's
surface,
fact.
and when the sun on steroids.
That's fact.
That's facts. We didn't even think about that. Imagine the power from the solar panels.
Do you think it gets stronger as it gets hotter?
Yeah, more sun, more equals more power.
Yeah. Do you think that the plants are also doing pretty well because they also are powered by the sun?
Nah, they probably burn. They're probably all dead. Cause all the water, it doesn't rain anymore. All the clouds get evaporated and such.
That actually makes sense.
Talk to me if you want any scientific information.
got energy for a lifetime. Hey, looks like our boy is in charge.
Wait,
Hey!
wouldn't it be the water gets evaporated so that there are clouds, so then it should rain more because water's evaporating more, and so
No.
it's like always
No,
raining and then
no.
evaporating, then
Alec,
raining and then
Alec,
evaporating, then
Alec,
raining and
Alec,
evaporating, then raining and evaporating, then raining and
No, you
evaporating, then
see,
raining and evaporating.
Adam, tell him the scientific answer.
So, Alec, the clouds are getting evaporated, not just the ocean.
But that's what water is. Water is, or that's what clouds are. They're water that's been evaporated.
It's
it
it's
can
gone.
evaporate.
You ever think about that, Alex?
It's gone. Well, it can't now, but if the sun gets closer, it gets so hot the clouds start moving.
Alec, you gotta expand your forehead, okay? You gotta expand your forehead to the possibilities.
Expand your mini mind. Please, scientists, comment down below to back me up here. Alec has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, I get it now, guys.
just had a
That was
ginger blast.
really good point.
Wow, they
Wow,
even
my
got
forehead
this
is-
Holy
massive
smokes, that thing
freezer
is
that's keeping all their
gargantuan.
fish frozen. Now these villagers are survivors. I'm impressed. Yo, is this a space station? Looks like their leader is investing heavy into it too. I guess the people need answers on what's going on with the sun.
That's a good point. People would start building rocket ships to like leave for Mars at this point because Earth is heading right for the sun.
Okay, so they would go to Mars and then they would be safe on Mars, right?
Probably it's further away. I think Mars would become the new Earth.
Yeah,
right?
actually, you're
It would
right,
just,
Adam.
It
Yeah.
would just slide right into place.
Right into they call it the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, the Goldilocks zone.
I'm making a lot of sense. At this point, Mercury's probably dead.
You're gonna be rich with how many cents you're making.
Oh, you said what?
These are my
Basically,
people.
The space program
Oh!
discovered that
They're
the
getting
sun
close.
is expanding faster every day. It's
Holy
already
smokes.
destroyed Earth's atmosphere, and the other villagers on the surface.
No!
Well,
No!
Dang,
3
bro,
days,
they all
the
dead.
sun
My
is gonna
people.
completely swallow Earth.
But guys, isn't it kind of scary that one day this is actually going to happen?
Yeah, but we'll all be dead by then anyway. So I try to not think about it.
But like, it's kind of crazy, right? Because like, this is gonna happen. The sun's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's gonna just expand, and then we're all gonna get sucked in, and then we're gonna get sucked into a black hole, and then we don't even know what happens next.
I don't think that's entirely true.
Oh, scientist Alec, okay.
I can't listen to you. I need to talk to your forehead.
Yeah, we need a bigger brain, Alec, here, so let's see the forehead.
Okay, yes. Perfect.
I trust what he's saying now.
For some reason, he seems smarter.
The Earth is moving away from the sun. I think it's like 3 inches every single year.
Really?
Yes. And when the sun dies, it will expand, but then it condenses back into a tinier star.
Also, there's a black hole.
No, it won't. No, it doesn't turn to a black hole.
The sun's not big enough, actually, to turn to a black hole.
No, yeah, that was, yeah.
Okay, can I put my hat back down now, please?
Yes, I agree with you entirely. Alec, you sounded very smart there.
And there's more. Even if we somehow survive that, the sun is gonna explode on day 10, which
Hey,
will
yo.
completely wipe out
Hey,
all the
yo.
planets in our galaxy.
That's
Day
what Alec
6
was talking
and,
about,
uh-oh,
expanding.
This ain't good. What's our guy gonna do? Does he tell the people the truth or lie to them so they can live the rest of their days?
I would
in
lie.
peace?
Lie to them, lie to them.
No, stop. You know what he just said? This guy told everyone that he had a vision
Oh?
from a higher power,
gosh.
a
What?
sun god.
Who is that?
In 2
That's a sun
days,
god.
the apocalypse would come, but it's all good.
What?
It's just a gateway to paradise. Soon they'll all have everything they ever
Oh,
wanted.
that place looks
and
great.
more in the new world. Wow.
I think that's a very good point. At this moment in time, everybody would be some sort of religious.
That was just the worst sentence ever constructed by anybody on planet Earth.
Pretty normal sentence for Adam, though.
Everybody come religion. Religion good for all society. Society big and religious good.
Well, that's why they created that sun religion, is because they all know they're gonna die. So they may as well die and be like optimistic.
Actually, Adam's making a little more sense now.
Religion comes when death do.
We're losing him.
There's something wrong with this guy, dude.
And he's gone.
Wow, now people are building more statues of this sun god. They're
He used too
teaching
much
about
brain
him
power.
in schools too. Everybody quit their jobs and now they're just living it up and burning through the food supply. The end is approaching, but everyone's
Adam
happy,
died.
so I guess it's a
Why
good
are they
thing.
cheering
I
about
mean,
this?
what's
This
the
is kind of
alternative?
crazy.
Yo, what? So, there's been another discovery. It turns out, the more the sun expands, the more mass it loses.
Oh.
So its gravitational pull on Earth is weakening.
Oh, that's what you were
and
saying,
Earth
Alec.
is actually drifting farther away from it. If Earth somehow drifts into another star's orbit, they've got a chance at survival. Now,
But the next closest star is like light years away.
And also, too, how are we going to survive without any sun? Like, if we're just floating aimlessly in space without a sun, what do we do?
You have to live underground.
You live
Because
underground,
the
Jack.
Earth's core is hot.
Exactly, yeah. There's a theory that people do, or something lives on Mars, but it just lives underground because it's too cold on the surface.
But I thought we'd give Mars an X-ray.
What? It's not your ex-girlfriend, Stefan, dude.
That what?
What? Go back to sleep, Adam. Go back to sleep.
My brain, I don't even know.
Again,
What
that
are we
didn't
watching?
make any sense whatsoever.
bro's gotta come clean to everyone. I wouldn't want to be in his
Stefan.
shoes right now. Oh! They're mad. They don't believe the truth. They think he's been possessed by evil, and seeing how they're carrying him out
Throw
in
him
front
in
of
the
Alec, what
pit.
are they gonna do with
crowd,
Alec?
I feel like, damn,
Sacrifice
they
him to
really
the sun.
treated him
Holy
Oh my gosh.
smokes, bro! They
like
killed
that.
Alec.
Yo, the scientists
villager
watch
Jesus.
all go down.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's got
He's
a
the
wife
Oompa Loompa
now,
Jesus.
too.
I wonder
Gotta
if he
convince
actually talked to
everyone
that
to
sun
help
god.
him, otherwise they're doomed. But how? If he tells the truth, he knows what's gonna happen. Yo, what? The scientist is dressed up as a prophet.
Oh, smart.
Oh! He's going with the flow. He said he received a vision from the sun god.
Are you kidding me?
He's been told two things. One, the previous leader was possessed by an evil spirit.
I know it.
Two,
He's literally
the
just
people need to
lying.
follow his specific instructions if they want to get to paradise.
Okay, so now he's just
It's
making
day
a
8
cult.
And it looks like
Oh gosh,
Earth's out
only
of
2 days
time.
left.
The sun is expanding faster than Earth can drift away.
Oh, so it's going to eat the Earth?
Half the Earth is straight up
Oh,
melted
gosh.
away.
Yo!
Turns out that everyone believed the scientist. With their help, they
That
were
is
able
terrifying.
to turn Earth into a giant ship that could push away from the sun.
Oh, smart.
Oh, that's actually pretty smart.
Oh, hey!
No
He
way,
saved everyone's lives, but he had to lie to do it. Is he right or wrong for that? Day 9, and they might have gotten away from the sun, but I mean, they got away from the sun. It's freezing now.
What are they gonna do?
All their solar panels don't work anymore.
Also, what have they been eating?
Maybe each other, dude.
I don't
Sometimes
know.
you have
I
to.
want to
true.
think about that.
You have to ration.
Nah.
Maybe they have farms down there. We don't know.
He's almost
Probably.
out. The villagers want answers.
What are they drinking? That's the thing.
Damn,
They're out of
our
water.
guy just came clean. So he said he's not really a prophet. He's a scientist.
I knew he
and
was a
lied
fake.
so that they would help him build the ship.
That had to be the
but
biggest
he has no
ship of all
idea
time.
when and if they'd even make it to another star. And people are kind of mad.
How do-
Yeah,
why
they
would
got
people be
lied.
mad? Why would people be mad?
Because he lied to them.
Yeah, but he saved everyone's life.
But he's a big, fat, stupid liar, and
But
now
he
they
lied,
can't trust
though.
him
Yeah, he
anymore.
did
That's
He lied,
ridiculous.
bro.
That's insane.
He did lie. The
Everyone's
truth shall set you
probably
free.
doomed, but I've got a feeling that our guy is especially not going to make it out of this alive.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Since the Earth's got no
No.
atmosphere and it's just floating through space, it's
not
completely
good.
vulnerable
Ooh,
to meteors
I didn't even think
and
about
space
that.
radiation. Yeah, this is
I
probably
didn't know the Earth was shaped like a
bad,
gumdrop.
but At least it gives
Wait, Earth loses its atmosphere if it's not near the sun? So the sun gives Earth its atmosphere? That's how that works?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
But why, Adam?
Well, it's because of the sun's gravity, gravitational pull.
True.
Alec, it's
And
pretty
what-
simple.
Okay, I don't understand still about the atmosphere part. and the
Well,
gravity.
you see, the sun causes the Earth to spin in a rotational force while it's circling the sun once a year. That's why we get 365 days in a year. So while it's spinning, the Earth also spins, which creates the atmosphere. So it's a combination of Earth spinning and its own gravitational pull. But the Earth would not be spinning if it wasn't.
So you're saying the spinning of the Earth is what causes
It's
the
it's
atmosphere?
partially why. It's a factor.
I don't know what to believe whenever you say anything anymore.
Well, when you ask a scientist, don't be afraid to get bit.
as for bro to
By
escape.
facts.
Wow, everything is completely frozen on the Earth's surface.
This happened
Day
before in the
10
dinosaur
and
age.
That's it. Bye-bye, son.
No!
Hey, yo, it's
Look
gone.
At that. It's sending waves of energy all throughout the galaxy.
That's
And
called
a
the Big
new
Bang.
Star is born. Man,
Whoa.
you know that feeling when it's been winter for way too long? This place is finally heating up again. Hey, Hey, look, we
Sweet.
got oceans. There's even a tree.
How much
What?
time has passed?
Is that? Hey, they made it.
No.
No way.
Okay, that video turned out to be way funnier than we thought, but it was pretty realistic. Now I'm actually curious, what would happen if the largest nuke in the entire world hit Earth? Would everything be destroyed? Would we all be living in underground secret nuclear bunkers? Let's find out.
Technology. Next
Oh
up, we
my
got the
gosh.
Fat Man in Nagasaki,
my
Japan.
gosh,
Why do they call it the
dude.
Fat Man?
Fat Man.
I don't know, but it's
Oh,
a
this-
big boy.
Oh my
I
gosh!
think I just
terrible.
was blinded by light.
No,
Wow.
bro. Wait, this is actually sad.
Yeah,
The cameraman never dies.
It was the second of only 2 nuclear weapons ever used in warfare.
And
All right.
hopefully the last.
I
ever
really
to be
hope so.
used in
So
warfare.
all the ones in the future from now, they were test bombs in a non-populated area.
RDS-3, 41.
Here's the next biggest. Oh, I guess it.
Big Ben. Okay, so this
Oh
is a
my
hypothetical.
gosh!
If it was in London.
Whoa!
It would
So
decimate
if
London
that dropped
easily.
in London, it would just disappear.
Oh, dude, everything in London. I think all of England would disappear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Holy smokes.
That's huge.
London is London no more, bro. It's gone.
That's only
London
number 3.
is London. No, don't do France.
Next up, what is that?
That's that's where my home family lives.
What is this one called?
No.
This one is called the France Destructo 9000.
This one's called Goodbye France.
One
This is
thing
why I'm
that's
so
really
scared of nuclear
scary.
bombs. Everything could just disappear at once. Look at it.
We exploded.
Well, one thing that's really scary about nuclear bombs too is the radioactivity that comes off of the actual
Yeah,
explosion.
you won't have to worry about
So-
that if you live in France when this thing drops.
Well, the
Oh my
actual
gosh.
explosion is probably a
Wow.
couple miles big, but then the radioactivity that goes off of it will kill a lot more people.
I know, exactly. It's like when you take a crap in a toilet, it's like it's bad on impact, but then it smells everywhere.
Exactly, dude.
The North Korean.
Wow.
Okay, I feel like that bomb has a target.
Yeah.
They
Wow,
literally
wow,
named
wow,
it,
wow,
and
wow,
it-
we're gone. If that ever happens, boys, it's over for us.
Oh my gosh.
R.I.P. boys.
Do you think they named it the North Korean as code so no one knows like who the bomb is meant for?
It was probably South Korea. I would be terrified to live in whatever world that we're watching this in. Like, this is a horrible place to be. And it's possible. All of these nukes exist.
Don't say
I was
that,
gonna say
Jack.
that is the current. This is the current world. That is the current
I know, no,
world.
but this is a hypothetical world where if they detonated all of the nukes,
The thing is, I feel like right now, if one nuclear bomb goes off, everyone's sending their nuclear bombs, and it's the whole world's gonna turn into a crisis.
This one's called the TN-8081.
who named that?
Now, the cities are just getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting deleted. Bro! They need to zoom out more so we can see this from the top down
It
of Earth.
literally just set the air on fire.
300 KT.
This is the first one that has black smoke.
I can't even tell like how big that is anymore.
So the French actually have some crazy bombs. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's
That
gonna
was
be
a French
tiny in
bomb.
comparison to the U.S. biggest bomb.
True, the U.S. has like the craziest
Yep.
military
Speaking
ever.
of, this is a
The
bomb that the
Ivy
USA
King.
currently has. This is if it was dropped in South Korea.
Oh my god! What?
No
Largest
way!
pure
Wait, we
fission
actually
weapon
Largest
tested by
pure
USA.
fission weapon tested by the USA. So we
We
exploded
tested
this.
That is insane. Why would we ever even test this thing?
Yeah, we probably did it in like Kansas or something.
Probably in like some desert, or I'm pretty sure a lot of bombs are tested in the middle of the ocean.
Oh my gosh, those poor fish.
Yeah, a lot of fish die.
This one's called the tadpole.
Well, your
Bink.
mom's still swimming. All right.
Oh
my gosh!
goodness. No way. That literally blew up like half of the continent.
You
Why
can
does
see it from
Russia
outer
have all
space.
these nukes?
They're preparing for something. They're preparing for the alien invasion,
It says
hopefully.
it's currently in the Russian arsenal.
Is Korean in the Russian arsenal?
My gosh.
I can't believe
I'm
it.
so
terrified.
glad Adam is not in charge
I
of
am
our
flipping
nuclear
terrified.
system.
Imagine
Or
if I had the
nuclear
power
bombs.
to press a nuclear button.
I don't think anybody would ever want that. Adam, you would press it by accident while you were
Yeah.
eating
Oh,
cheese
Adam.
one day.
Adam would go, "What this button do?" Bink. Just go explode the
How
world.
big was that?
That was too big. That was way
How
too
was big was it?
Minuteman 1 warhead.
I wish we could see like the distance, because that one's definitely 10 times bigger than the last one.
I don't want to know the distance, dude. That would be incredibly scary.
There's still so many more bombs that we
my
haven't
God.
seen
Oh,
either.
here we go. This one's owned by the USA.
B-83.
No,
I blew
not
up
the
this one in
B-83.
Minecraft, and let me tell you, boys,
Not
it's
the
big.
B-83.
This is the biggest city in China.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, my,
Nobody needs this much power.
that one's so much bigger than the last one.
That's like an asteroid
It
hitting
literally-
Earth.
If they blew it up at that exact spot, then that thing is forming its own island. Like it's gonna break off from planet Earth and
That
float
would
into
cause
space probably.
a tsunami, probably, that would hit everywhere else.
Okay, at this point, it's all just Russia and
Thermonuclear
USA.
bomb.
This one's another
this
USA
is the
one.
This is the scariest sounding one. It's a
we
thermonuclear
made
bomb.
more nukes than ever created before during the Cold War
Why do we have so many nukes?
for combat.
You know what's funny?
Wait,
I mean, I
what?
guess it's not funny.
Almost
Accidentally
accidentally
detonated.
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 The U.S. has made like thousands of nuclear bombs, and then we banned anyone else from making any bombs.
Smart.
It's pretty
America.
It's
funny.
like literally just changing the rules because you can.
Wow, this is the
Yeah.
first one not from the USA. This is from China. China currently owns this.
And this one's gonna be bigger.
And they're about to
boy.
plop it on the US Bank Tower.
Bro, my whole screen just turned white because of how big that explosion
Literally,
is.
that's the entire state of California.
I wonder if it would cause like an earthquake.
Oh,
it might.
100%.
It would
You
have
think it
to.
would?
Look at how far that spans.
Yeah, look
That
at
is
the.
insane.
That is one big divot.
Oh my gosh.
And that was only an ICBM. That wasn't even technically a nuke, I don't think.
That looked like Dusty Divot.
These are just large bombs. These aren't even nukes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jack,
This
this
is
is
a
a thermonuke.
thermonuclear bomb.
They have to be
Oh.
nukes.
That means that it
Oh!
literally sets the air on fire immediately.
Oh! Oh!
That is so much.
Did you guys know in North Korea they have fake cities? It'd be fun to test a bomb in a fake city just to see what it would look like after. They have built
Nobody
entire
lives
cities that
there?
no.
Alec, you're like Sid from Toy Story. You're literally just like probably killing stuff for fun.
Yeah, what?
What?
You probably
Well,
stomp
it'd be
on
fun to
Lego
watch
City.
an
It is also
entire-
stupid.
Well, knowing that nobody lives there, it'd be fun to like just blow it all up. You know?
Fun? It would be fun. People spent years and
Yes.
years building that, and you wanted to just
Yeah.
destroy it for fun.
Well, yeah, it would be fun. I would watch.
I would blow up your PC setup. You had to rebuild it for fun.
That would be fun.
That was the first ever hydrogen bomb. Nobody's
Oh,
ever
what
used
does
a
that mean?
hydrogen
Who
bomb
invented the
before.
hydrogen bomb?
I think
Probably
Einstein
someone
did.
really smart.
Or Oppenheimer.
No, Oppenheimer didn't. I think he knew about it, but he didn't want to say anything.
Oh my gosh. Is this London again?
What is this
London is
one?
getting
Who
destroyed.
owns it? Oh my!
It's
Who owns this?
Too much power. Nobody needs that much power.
So I think we're at the point now where none of these have been bomb tested.
That has
Largest
been
bomb
tested.
tested.
Oh, this has been exploded.
Yeah. Castle Bravo.
Oh my gosh! Where?
I'm telling you, bro. They
Where's
just
there
they,
that much empty space?
in the ocean, you dummy. I said that.
ocean. In the ocean.
They just kill a bunch of fish.
Wow. GG's. Imagine you're a fish.
Oh gosh.
I'd hate. I.
That's
I'd
like
probably
the.
hate that.
This is why I'm glad I don't live in New York. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Look
Did
at
you
the
guys see
Look
that?
at the smoke cloud.
Dude, there's like a mini volcano next to it. Oh, that's the little boy explosion.
yeah, that's the little boy, just for comparison.
Wow.
Look at how much bigger that is.
That is why nuclear missiles and bombs are banned, because that.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think-
the little boy killed like what 400,000 people, something crazy.
Too many people.
I
yeah,
thought it was
way
like
And
too
look at how
many people.
small that is.
something.
Like that's
It
how
shouldn't
destructive
even
it
be
can
possible.
get. That's not even the biggest one.
That's probably like 100 times stronger than the little boy.
Oh my gosh. At least.
We should also build a bunker, guys.
This is crazy.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Wow.
Bro, what even
To
is
send his
that?
signals to
I'm
space.
scared.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And, dude, if this is the technology that we have, imagine what aliens.
But-
No, this one's owned by Russia. Nah.
The SAR bomb.
No, our stadium.
This thing is insane.
Our stadium. Oh my gosh.
You know what's crazy too, guys? These are only the bombs that we know about. Like, what if they just don't disclose some of the new technology that they came out with? And
There's
maybe they have
definitely
even
secrets.
crazier. Yeah, they definitely know some stuff that they haven't released.
Yeah.
There's
So these
totally
bombs are the biggest that
secrets.
we only know
There's
of.
always secrets.
This is
I don't even
scary,
wanna
bro.
think
This
about
is
that.
scary.
I kind of hope that they keep it a secret.
Pretty scared. I want to see
I'm
the little boy
terrified.
next to this thing, just to see the comparison.
Yeah, we get it. You want to see little boys?
Just go stand next to it,
No,
Adam. You little boy.
Oh my.
That has 4 different bomb clouds.
Dude, it has like its own
That is so
ring
powerful.
system.
That would blow up a third of America.
All nuclear bombs at once.
This one's owned by North Korea?
Whoa.
Oh wait, this is
whoa.
every single
Oh my
bomb
God.
at once. Okay.
Oh.
See, I told you this happens, Adam.
Look at the little boy. Oh
Look
my
at it.
gosh. That's 1,000 times bigger at least.
So I'm pretty sure I watched the video
Oh.
saying that if we did that, the world end. We literally
yeah.
like
Just
cause
from the
an ice age
radiation?
immediately.
I
Oh,
honestly thought it'd be a tiny bit bigger because it's like every nuke in the world.
Adam, a tiny bit bigger. That is literally the size of all 5 Great Lakes.
That's true. But like the world's a lot bigger than just that.
I know, but the
Is it
mushroom
the
cloud would
radiation?
literally cause our atmosphere to just boom. It's gone.
Are you serious?
We would all die.
You're crazy.
We would all die.
Okay,
guys,
but what
I'm
would
telling
happen if this dropped on New York City?
I
York
really
City
don't
would
know,
go
and
completely.
I'm kind of interested to see what would happen.
You. See, I'm not the only one to say that.
Well,
Oh,
lucky
we're about
for
to
you,
find out.
we have it right now.
Okay, so this is if Little Boy hit New York City right now.
Well, we know what it did
We're
to
gonna go through every
Hiroshima.
bomb again on New York City.
I can't imagine it's gonna do anything good in New York City. Wait, that's actually not as bad as I thought.
No, think about it though, right? In New York City, there's like, what, 3 to 6 million people that live there?
I think more.
Yes.
I think it's like 10 million.
Even that. So even if
think.
it blows all those people up, that could be millions of people just in that
It
small
is going
space.
to be millions of people.
Yeah, it will.
That's why we can't
That's
let this ever
crazy.
happen. We have to get rid of all of the nukes.
What do you even do? You just send it to
8.4 million
space?
people.
Yeah.
Can we use that for energy and power to fuel our rocket ships?
15% of survivors will eventually die. Oh my
Well,
god.
that's
this
how
is
it
the
works.
Actual radius.
The spread is the radiation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
people
The
affected.
radiation is what really gets
the
you.
problem of nuclear weapons.
I said that so early, guys. I'm like a genius. I really am.
That's just a little boy. That's the smallest bomb.
Yup.
Just wait till they release Big Boy.
Oh gosh.
Gosh.
Oh god. Look at how
Fat
far they have
man,
to zoom out.
This is the tope hole.
Bro. Okay. New York City's done if that drops.
Whoa! Blinds the eyes for a few hours.
A sun.
Wind is faster than the speed of sound. 5,000 degrees Celsius
What?
explosion.
Holy smokes.
That'd be so creepy. The wind is going faster than the speed of sound. You would feel the wind and not hear it.
You're safe if you're
That would be
underwater, right?
creepy, you
If you're
said?
just like a couple feet underwater.
Oh my gosh!
The star bomb.
New York
No.
is gone.
No.
That
No.
literally just took out the whole eastern stratosphere.
That might
It's
hit.
gone.
That might hit all the way
Fireball
over to
radius
Philly,
of 6.1
to Philadelphia.
kilometers.
And yeah, New Jersey's gone. I think the entire state of New
City
York's
of
gone.
brotherly explosions.
Look at that! Look at how far it spreads.
Wow, that went all the way up to Maine.
Stop
that,
zooming
that
out.
Hit Philly.
3 days? That's from that little bomb? That much radiation?
Yup.
It causes
I'm pretty
sickness
sure
and nausea.
that's a hydrogen bomb. That's why hydrogen bombs are
Causes
so
fatal
deadly.
cancer.
Wow.
That causes.
And this is a clip of the largest tested nuclear bomb.
Is this a real clip? That's a
footage
real
Is that real
bomb?
life?
is taken from 85 miles away.
Oh.
85
The
miles?
blast
Oh
radius
my
was
gosh.
4.5 miles in diameter. That's a real bomb. This is real footage of
There's
the
that
largest
wind-
ever tested nuke.
There's those wind tunnel things, those circles.
Yep.
They're in the clouds, by the way, if you guys couldn't tell. That is
Above
above,
the clouds.
that is
Above
above
the
the clouds.
This is the only way for it to be safe. They're in the middle of the ocean, and apparently it was a disaster. They didn't realize how big it was going to be.
Yeah, that's huge. Don't they still get hit with the radiation?
It's
Supposedly
coming.
they're far enough away, but I feel like
It's
you
on
can
its
never
way.
be far enough.
85 miles away and it's that big.
It's like
Yep.
looking at the sun.
Oh my. It looks like it's moving in slow-mo, but I'm sure it's moving so fast, just so far that it looks like it's moving slow.
Whoa.
Yeah, this was their first ever test of a fusion bomb.
That better be their last.
It was.
It looks like a giant jellyfish.
Wow.
Whoa. Is that
That's
the sound?
That's scary, bro.
Or maybe the sound didn't even hit them yet.
I don't know.
Hey, they could be in a helicopter.
It has to travel 85 miles to hit
Yeah,
them.
this was back in like 1950.
Hey, that's what I
Drop the moon! Precisely
it!
12 days from now, the moon is gonna smash into Earth. But
That's
with
GG.
every
Okay,
day that
we have some
Oh my
time.
god!
The moon gets
Wait.
closer and
Imagine you actually saw the moon that close in real life, and you knew it was coming towards you, and you had 12 days to live. What's the first thing you do?
Call Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You guys are like brothers or something!
He's putting the Beck Bros on a flight to Mars, baby!
We're going to Mars. Mars.
You got that
Mars.
call?
Yeah, I got his line. I'll blow up his line.
There's only 2 seats, Alex. Sorry.
more and more. Watch until the end to see if anything actually survives.
Nah,
Day
everyone's
one
dead,
and
bro.
the moon's just a
Dead.
little brighter than usual. Villagers be chilling and fishing.
How are they
But
just
what's
chilling?
this? The tide seems to be a little more aggressive than usual.
That would
Yeah.
probably be
A
good
lot
for
of getting
fishing. Look at
washed
that.
up on shore. Day 2 and damn, looks like the tide got worse.
That's quick.
And the fishing
Wow,
camp
the whole beach is
completely
gone.
flooded. These boys are like, screw this, we're out. This guy is mad because his
He's
supplies
stuck.
all got wrecked by the salt water. Yo, these trees have been juicing. That's because of all the extra water. Day 3 and
In
damn,
one day
the
they do
flooding's
that
getting
much?
so
I
bad.
guess so, yeah.
Water animals
Hey,
are
what
coming
is this guy
onto
doing?
the land and mutating. Check
Okay,
this.
okay,
A
wait.
squeeze
Nah, that's day
balls.
3? That's day 3? That
They
takes
are-
millions of years.
Okay, maybe in Minecraft things are a little bit different, but I don't think this is what would happen in real life.
That's true. All right, from now on, let's consider one day equaling 100,000 years.
Say
Fair?
what now?
Well, because they're like mutating and stuff. Why is that not fair?
All right.
Like, let's just say the moon is coming in, you know, it takes a couple 100,000 years for it to actually hit Earth. I think that's fair.
So to recap, the water is getting a little bit more aggressive. The animals went on to land, and then now they are mutating.
The people are not realizing that when they put their hand out, the water is moving a little bit. So it's the first stages of the water bending.
You're not
Stop
a water
saying
bender,
that.
Adam.
Trust it. Wait, just hold on.
No, if anything, you're an
water
airbender.
bender.
With an ocelot over a sheep. Land dolphins hunting chickens?
Wait, okay.
Bruh,
Why do dolphins
this
have
ground
arms?
zombie is just confused.
They mutated.
Flooding completely wrecked
about to
all the
dance?
villages along the coastline. And villages
It's
are
Atlantis.
migrating to the desert. Looks like they built
That's
like a
pretty
major
smart.
city. Bruh, did somebody say wall? Must have built that using all the lumber from the steroid trees. Hey, look, it's
What?
the homie. Looks like he's going around and preaching apocalypse, but the villager media does not condone.
Nobody believes him.
News. Sheesh! Is this a secret government meeting? This dude must be the president, looking all official and shit. No, the general just told the president that gravity is all messed up, so their space satellite just randomly drifted off into space.
Oh, no.
Pressure's on. What's the president gonna do?
I forgot about that. Like, we orbit around the sun, but the moon orbits around us. It's a perfect symmetry. So if the moon starts getting closer, it would start pulling things out of orbit. So we would lose Wi-Fi, we would lose water.
Why would we lose water?
Because it's pulling it. It's pulling it out. It controls the weather.
Yeah, but where's the water gonna go?
To the moon.
Wait, no.
It's
What
not
are
a
you talking-
vacuum,
No.
Adam.
Once it gets close enough, it's gonna pull it off the Earth. Watch. Keep watching.
The Earth is way bigger than the moon. If the moon was bigger than Earth, maybe that would happen, but that's not how it works.
The moon would pull it, then the waterbenders would have to fight. That's why we're training now. We'd fight the
Stop
waterbend.
saying that. It's not funny. It's not realistic. It's adding nothing to anything. You're just saying words.
You did say one thing that was probably accurate. There would be a lot of weather catastrophes. There would be hurricanes, there would be tornadoes, there would be lots of bad things happening with the moon coming closer.
Yo, what? Instead of telling the people
Dude,
what's up, the
fake
president
news.
just threw a free concert to distract them. Day 4 and bruh, gravity
respect
is
it.
getting even more messed up. The earth is getting squeezed. Good news for the villager
Squeezed?
city though, cause it's up on a hill now. Damn!
It's getting
There's
squeezed.
earthquakes and volcano
Oh.
eruptions happening
Oh my
everywhere.
gosh.
Whoa.
Volcanoes.
Opening up portals to the
it's
nether.
it's a nether.
Looks like we got some
the-
immigration. Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
true. They're building
Hello.
a war camp right outside the villager
It would just be
city.
massive
The wall
war.
keeps the piglins out, but how are the villagers gonna get food and supplies? It's a stalemate. It's day 5 and yo, how are these villagers not panicking?
Seriously.
They have the wall.
President controls the media, so they have
This
no
is like North
idea
Korea.
what's happening outside the wall. Our guy, the traitor, or should I say prophet? Because he's
trying to
gaining
tell everybody.
followers by the
They're
day.
gonna unalive him.
Damn, the
Oh,
president threw the
you
prophet
caught-
in
that was
jail for
quick.
spreading fake news.
He looks so
The
crazy.
villager that supports the prophet is also going to jail. Bro, the president straight up denies any rumors that there's a piglin army right outside the wall. Instead, he's randomly enlisting villagers to participate in a military training
This is
program.
like Ba Sing Se
what?
from Avatar.
Military training program.
You
was
are
all
not a
lie.
waterbender.
These villagers are actually getting sent to war with the piglins. Are they
did Adam
riding
say
land
something? I muted him.
dolphins?
Oh my
Damn,
gosh.
The piglins
That is pretty
slapped
cool.
the villagers in the first battle.
Look at the
Day
piglins.
6 and gravity got so
at that
hectic.
moon.
You would think that if there were such a giant catastrophe about to happen, that all the people would come together as one in unity. They're going to war about it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what people do. Anytime people are like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen here, they just start shooting missiles at each other.
Loot, loot, loot.
Now, if there was actually a world crisis happening, I genuinely do think the world would come together.
Like if a nuke came down and exploded, you don't think everybody would be like, loot? It would be like, no, let's help everybody.
Yeah, I think that they would help everybody.
Yeah, I think it'd be like a 50-50 split probably.
Like right now, I think the US, China, Russia, all the big governments would try to collaborate to push the moon back somehow, or to explode the moon, or do something. You know, they would be collaborating right now, not going to war.
I think that this is a Minecraft video, and there's just villagers. There is no China.
hey,
there is
I'm
no
It's all a
calling it
metaphor.
out.
It's all a metaphor, Jack.
I'm calling it out.
That the moon got stretched out like an egg. It's not even orbiting around Earth no more. It's so close to Earth now that it just
It's
looks
not even
frozen in the
orbiting Earth
sky.
no more.
It looks
It's
so
like
tiny.
no more day and night. Half the Earth is completely flooded and it's always night.
New York
But the other
City.
half is like a desert and it's always lit up. Because of the conditions, food sources completely dry up for the piglins. They're
they're
starving out
starving.
here. The piglin leader has no choice but
They're
to
breaking
offer
down
a
the wall.
truce to the president. Well, he's got one condition. The president has to accept the piglins as refugees into the city. Day 7. Bro, this villager leader is a savage.
What is he about to do?
He's gonna
He's
turn
gonna press the
down
red button and blow
piglins
them
'cause
all
he
up.
doesn't want his people to know that he's been lying. Yo,
Oh, no.
the prophet escaped the
Oh,
wall. Where's he
what a
going?
twist.
What is this,
Oh,
prison
snap.
break?
I was not
He's got a
expecting that.
gun.
How did
Oh,
Bro,
No,
got
not the
glove.
president.
Open the
Uh-oh.
gate.
He just pressed the button.
Piglins are coming to town.
This is not what I thought was
President
gonna
has
happen.
No choice but to let them
This
stay
honestly
now.
is what would happen.
The man just got caught in 4K for lying.
I thought that was an RPG, not a camera.
He did it. The president just took full credit for letting the piglins in. His day 8 ties are getting out of hand.
Oh.
Even the desert areas are starting to flood. Volcanoes and earthquakes are
There we
getting
go. This
worse
is what I
too.
want.
Uh-oh.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Big boy,
That's
just
not
wanted.
good.
You asked and you shall receive.
Volcanic
Dragon's
ash is
ear.
contaminating
I was not expecting
the
that.
air and causing light to reflect back into space.
I do
Now
think there's a dragon
acid
in our world
rain
somewhere.
Too? And snow in the desert?
Wait, Adam.
One of the piglin scientists is trying to
What is
warn the
that?
president that soon the entire Earth is gonna be unlivable.
They gotta start shooting their nukes at the moon to start breaking it up into little pieces.
I mean, that would still cause devastation to the Earth, though.
But it,
Or they just get on a giant spaceship and they fly to Mars.
what do you think? This is all fairyland and princess where everybody lives happily ever after, Jack. There's not enough. There's not enough spaceships to even get like 10,000 people.
How do you know this? This is Minecraft, Adam. They could build spaceships like that.
I'm on the line with Elon Musk.
I don't know if we can build bombs big enough to destroy the moon, like explode it. Because like nuclear bombs are so devastating because of like the toxins that it releases. Not so much the actual, I mean the explosion's big, but it's the toxins that kill a bunch of people. My point is like, you know, the toxins won't do anything to the moon. You need just a big giant explosion. And I don't know if we can do that.
Or better yet, what if instead of an explosion, we put together a bunch of rockets and then we basically put them on one side of the moon and then we can push the moon out of the way. Just do a little bump.
He's saying that they gotta build an escape rocket and try to save as many people as possible.
They're going with the rocket plan.
Okay. Looks like the president is finally listening. Shh. The man's gonna give a speech.
Wow.
He did not.
Epic
He
speech.
just blamed all the irregular weather
Seriously?
conditions on the Ender Dragon.
This guy
That
is
was a good cover up.
And
crazy.
he organized a team of celebrities
Squid Games.
called the Speedrunners to slay the Ender Dragon.
Oh, hold on. If the celebrities are saying it, it must be
Speedrunners are
true.
going off. They're really about to take down the Ender
They're
Dragon.
gonna save the world.
Got him.
Oh, it's fake.
Oh.
It's day
Literally
10,
fake.
and the prophet is meeting up with the scientist. Damn! They're mapping out how
they even do
long
about
it would
it?
take to build the rocket ship.
Oh, they're doing
The
the
scientists saying at least 3 days, though. That's 1 day's too many, sir. Day 11, and it looks like the president's holding another rally.
What is the president doing? He's stupid.
Bruh, he's saying the future looks bright and there's nothing to worry about. That's a lie.
Can't they just look up in
around.
the sky?
Yo, what?
No.
The prophet just showed up.
Go ahead.
He's trying to convince everyone to join him and help him
Spit
build
facts.
the rocket ship before
Tell
it's
us
too
what
late.
it is.
Looks like he's actually convincing the crowd.
What?
At this point, just look up.
Oh,
just look.
snap.
Thank you. It's right there. You can see the moon.
Don't
And the
look
Ender
up.
Dragon's not destroyed.
No!
The president just called up the speedrunners.
They're probably all fake. They're all fake. Oh,
What the heck?
It's day 12 and
Hey.
oh snap! The moon
No!
just
Oh!
landed. Yo! It hit Earth's atmosphere and cracked into a bunch of giant meteors. The moon's meteors got caught in Earth's orbit. Damn!
it didn't even hit
They're
Earth.
falling onto Earth. Most
Oh,
of them
now
are
they're
falling
falling.
into the water and heating it up, turning it into lava. The lava is
What the-
flooding and killing everything that's left.
Why
This
did he
is
sheesh at us?
crazy. So is he
Why
saying
did he
like
sheesh at us?
did it break up into pieces before it even hit the Earth, or it hit the Earth, then it broke into pieces, and then it was in orbit, but then it came back into the?
No, it
Nah.
broke into pieces as it was coming in.
Gravity would break apart most things when they hit the atmosphere. It breaks them apart into a lot of different pieces.
Wait, so if I jumped from space, I would get broken up into a bunch of pieces,
You would burn into a bunch of dust.
even if I had a parachute?
If you had a parachute, then you'd probably be okay.
Bruh, it's gonna spill over the city walls. Damn! Guess the next election doesn't
GG,
matter
buddy.
so much if you're dead.
Look at all the dead
They're all
bodies.
dead.
Oh
No.
my God.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I mean, the whole
what?
Earth would be dead.
There's the rocket ship.
spaceship. Guess it
have enough
never
time
got
to build
finished,
it.
so it couldn't fly. At least it's lava-proof. It's day 13.
What the-
The moon's gone, and the tides are going back to normal. The Earth is
Wait, the Earth?
completely
No
reset.
way the Earth is gonna
Life
be
starting
fine.
to
What?
The
regrow.
Earth would be cooked.
I don't
The
think
next,
so.
you
It's
told me
all
the
dropping
next day it's
inside.
fine.
Oh!
What would happen if we poured all of the Earth's oceans on it? Or even more water? Well, let's find out.
I don't think the Earth's water is enough. I think
That's
they're
not
gonna need a
even
lot
close
more
to
water.
being enough because the sun is how many times bigger than planet Earth?
I
it's
think
like
it's like
1,000
1,000
times bigger, if
I
not
think
more.
so. Yeah. And it's literally a giant fireball. It's not like some of it's fire. The whole thing is one giant fireball.
I'm gonna predict that it would take 10,000 Earth's waters to put out the sun.
We would need 1.3 million Earths to fit all of the Earths inside of the sun.
Oh my God.
all right, Jack. All right, you're getting
That
way
is
too
so
scientific.
many.
It's a lot bigger than we thought.
Holy cow.
Let's see what this guy says about it.
The universe is a place full of mysteries. Since scientists have been arguing
What even
about
is
how
that?
space works, but none of us has ever doubted the existence of one thing.
The sun.
The sun.
Well, obviously we can see it.
The center of our solar system.
Alec.
It's big, bright,
Thanks.
and immortal? Nah, not really. Actually, the sun is just an ordinary star. It consists of 75% hydrogen, a little helium, and a pinch of other heavy elements.
All right.
Gravity
Interesting.
holds it all
Heavy
together.
elements.
But
what could those
in
be?
around 5 billion years, the life cycle of the sun will come to an end. The
5
hydrogen
billion
inside
years.
it will run out. Our star will begin to grow gradually, and you can't even imagine just how big it will become. And then it will start eating all the nearby planets.
What?
That's when we'll regret being so close to it.
How was it gonna get that
After
big?
eating us all, the star will remain a red giant. For
Well, luckily he said like what 5 billion years, so I think we're chilling.
We have 5 billion years to figure out how to get out of our solar system. I think we can do it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not that
What
much
do you
time,
mean?
guys. It's
5
not that much
billion
time.
years? I don't even think we've
That's
been.
literally 1 billion more years than 4 billion years.
Wow. Now that you put it that way, I think you're right.
We're going to be
facts.
able to do it. Don't even
so
worry,
close to
guys.
it.
We have a lot of
After
time.
eating us all, the star will remain a red giant for
Sun's
another
hungry.
billion years or so. And then,
That's
sooner or
crazy.
later, it will begin to shrink and fade, turning into a white dwarf. In the end,
It bulks and then
nothing
it
will remain
cuts.
of it but a bright and colorful planetary nebula.
Seems like we should start pouring water on it like now, right?
We got to wait at least 1 billion more years. Yeah, we need to
Alright.
figure out
Yeah,
where we can get some more
This
water.
is a great video actually, because if we find out how much water we need to pour on it, then we're chilling.
Well, yeah, we
All
can
we
go back to
need-
this video and then we can figure it out.
Yeah.
All we need is a giant fire hose. And just
Okay.
shoot it at it, you know?
Okay.
That could
Yeah.
work. That could work.
Let's see what this guy's say.
That could
Remain of
work.
it but a bright and colorful planetary nebula.
Maybe.
But don't get scared. Right now, the sun is in the middle of its life cycle. It was born about 4.5 billion
Dang,
years
having a
ago.
midlife
dude.
About the
crisis.
same amount of
Whoa.
time remains. Fortunately, we were born during the star's best and most
Let's go! Oh, my nipple.
no reason
Let's
to
go,
worry.
humans.
So
Okay.
let's find one. How about speeding up the sun's life cycle with the help of water? We'll try to collect all the water on Earth and pour it onto the sun. First,
How much water do you think is on Earth? If you guys had to guess right now.
3
I'm gonna
trillion
say-
gallons.
I'm going to say probably 1.2 trillion tons.
So you're
What
going by
about in
weight. All right,
gallons?
I'm gonna go for 5 trillion gallons.
You just keep saying what.
Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna say 120,000 blue whales.
I'm gonna say 100 trillion gallons of water.
100 trillion.
100
I forget
trillion.
what I said. All right, let's
You
go.
said
I
5.
don't even know.
I said 5,
How
that's
many-
it?
How many quarts is that, Alec?
That's like
This is 1 gallon.
1.6 sextillion quarts.
You guys see how
Okay.
big a gallon is? That's like bigger than my head. So imagine
Yeah, so
5
100
trillion.
trillion of those.
We need 5 trillion atom heads worth
Yes.
of water.
Oh, now that you put it
we'll
that
need
way,
a bucket.
probably like
Collect
3.
all the water on Earth and pour it onto the sun. First, we'll need a bucket.
One bucket.
No, not this one. We'll need a really, really big bucket.
Huge
Oh,
bucket.
wow,
That can
holy.
contain
Alex
around
mom size.
326 million cubic miles of water. It will be equal in size to the distance from Washington to Chicago.
What?
Or if we can only find ordinary buckets, there should be around 70 quintillion of them.
Oh!
This is a number with 18 zeros.
Do we even
way
have that many
off.
buckets?
Wait, we were a little bit off, just a tiny bit off.
How many gallons is
Per
in
bucket?
one bucket?
It's got to be at least a 1 gallon, right?
Let's say 1
Dude.
gallon per bucket.
Those
Did he
look
say
like 1 gallon
quintillion?
buckets.
I've never even heard of the number quintillion.
I think that's one
Alec
after
only
a
thinks
trillion.
of Alex. What'd you say? Sextillion? 1.6
Yeah.
sextillion?
Okay, so we have hundreds here, then we have thousands, then we have millions, then we have
Billions
trillions,
and
billions, then
trillions.
trillions.
Then trillions.
Then what's that one?
What, sextillions or quintillion?
Quadrillion.
I don't know. Whoever gets
Oh
past
god!
a trillion.
Oh
A
god!
think it's
trillion is such a big
quadrillion.
number, you never hear any other numbers.
70 quintillion of them.
70
This is a number with
quintillions.
18 zeros.
That's a whole lot of
Okay,
zeros.
Imagine that we magically
If you divide
got
that
many
number-
buckets. It's
If you divide that number by 70 quintillion, that's how many brain cells Adam has.
Adam, can you do that math?
70 quintillion divided by 70 quintillion equals Adam.
He's grabbing his TI-84 calculator. We'll check it back in with Adam later.
time to put out the sun. We splash the star with all this water and nothing? Oh,
Nothing?
just look at this. The sun has probably felt sorry for us and produced one little solar flare. It turns out that all water on Earth is actually just a pathetic drop for the sun. People often
What?
underestimate how much bigger the sun really is than our planet. In reality, it can fit more than 1,003,000 Earths.
Holy
So,
cow.
yes,
That's what
the
I
sun
said!
won't go out or even get colder. It won't even notice that we've done something. Give
That's
up.
crazy.
We really want the sun to go out for some reason.
Wow.
What happens if we pour just enough water on it? And how much
much
is
is
this
that?
enough? Remember our quintillions of buckets? Well,
Yes.
we actually need about 370 octillions of them.
I don't even know
This
how
number
big that
has
is.
27 zeros.
Oh my
Wow.
It's hard
gosh.
to even imagine. So let's just say that
Oh
it's a
my
lot
gosh.
of water.
One.
Oh.
Oh,
Is it one?
Yeah!
good job, Adam.
Go!
Yeah. That's
All right,
how
I'm
many.
back.
That's how many brain cells you have.
One brain cell.
Aw.
Let's splash it all over the sun again. Wow, just look at the steam. But the sun hasn't
Do you
gone
guys
out
think
again.
it's gonna make obsidian?
On the contrary, it said thank you and
Oh,
suddenly
that's a lot
became
of
much
obsidian.
bigger.
One
and
giant
brighter.
obsidian block.
What's happening?
Wait, it gets bigger and brighter?
Guys, maybe after this we can make another portal and like there's a whole new dimension in real life.
Did you guys just hear that? Well, I think another portal is actually a black hole, but that's a different conversation. But did you guys just hear that if we pour, I think it was like 180
87
octillion buckets of water,
Yeah.
that
We got
the
up to
sun would get
octillion, Adam.
bigger. It doesn't go out, it gets bigger.
It embraces the cold.
It eats it like it's a Big
eating
Mac.
it. It's bulking up from the water.
You see, the sun isn't actually a campfire. Inside bonfires, candle flames, there's a chemical combustion. When we pour water on the fire, the water absorbs the heat of the flame and cools it to such an extent that it can no longer maintain the burning reaction. It also blocks the fire's
suffocates
access
it.
to oxygen. Water basically stops the chemical process. But the burning of the sun isn't the same reaction. Even though we say it burns, it's not entirely
yeah.
true. What happens there is called nuclear fusion. It's one of the most violent and craziest reactions in the universe. There are many layers of hydrogen going deep into the sun. If you take 4 hydrogen atoms and ram them together, you're left with an atom of helium. When we talk about the sun, the process is a little more complicated. When the star tries to carry out that fusion, positive protons repel each other. It takes a lot of force and energy
I'm getting
to somehow
confused.
squeeze them together. Fortunately, there's a magical force in space. It's gravity. The sun takes up 99.8% of all the mass of the solar system.
All right, Alec, can you explain to us what he just said the past minute in your own words?
So 99.8% of the sun is fire.
I'm talking about before that. Before
No.
that.
Water, you
Wrong.
put water on fire and it extinguishes it, but it doesn't work that way for the sun because things come together for the sun.
I knew he
And
was.
they don't do that on Earth.
He was not understanding.
So,
I think Alec has half the brain cells of Adam.
so water no good against sun.
Water makes sun big.
Water makes sun big.
Pretty heavy, right? And all this mass is what holds the sun together with the help of an incredible gravitational force. So, gravity takes quadrillions of these little hydrogen atoms and pushes them together every second of every day. And when they collide, they release some energy. So, unlike fire, the sun doesn't need oxygen to live. It
Right,
needs
there's no oxygen in
hydrogen.
space.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know that water is
H2O,
It consists of
two hydrogen.
and oxygen. So this is literally
Burns the
fuel for
oxygen
the sun.
and absorbs the hydrogen.
It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. More importantly, the extra mass added by water will make the sun heavier. Now, gravity says, thank you for your help.
crazy.
And then it starts to collide protons with each other even faster.
Oh my
and
gosh.
thanks to this, the synthesis speeds up.
So the sun is invincible. Like,
the
how
sun
would we?
starts getting bigger and bigger.
How would we
just from
destroy
that.
the sun?
Maybe
can't.
gasoline is its kryptonite. We do the Uno reverse.
Can we mute Alec? What is he even talking about?
I'm just saying, because gasoline works on our planet, but it doesn't there. And water diffuses situations here, but it doesn't there. So Uno reverse.
So you want to put gasoline on the sun?
He's trying to Uno reverse the sun like it's some sort of card game.
I don't
No one's tried it
understand.
before. No one's tried it before. I'm just saying. It could be worth a
Maybe,
shot.
maybe Alec is right. Let's watch until the
No
end
one's
to find
tried
out.
anything before. We haven't gotten close to the sun.
The sun incredibly strong, and now it has eaten us, along with other nearby planets. And if we
So we're all
keep
dead.
adding water, the sun will sooner or later collapse in on itself.
Ooh.
It will blow
Okay.
off its outer layers and become a black hole. Awesome.
Yes, 'cause
Now
it got
will
too
pull
big.
inside absolutely
Oh.
everything around. Good job, guys. Let's
What?
press rewind because
made another
clearly
portal.
our water experiment was
You're
a
right,
mistake.
Adam.
Yeah, I was right. We make a nether portal. If we put too much water onto the sun, it creates a black hole, which is a
portal.
nether portal.
It's a portal.
To somewhere. That's pretty cool.
One small
We don't know
solar
where.
flare sounds much better. All right, we're back to our usual calm sun. But it seems like there's something that we've forgotten. Well,
Yeah, what happens to
apparently
us?
water was critically important for life on Earth. Who would have thought? Now there's a huge amount of unmoving fish and other marine creatures lying around where the oceans used to be.
Yeah.
Poor things.
And the sun got bigger.
As for deep
Yeah,
sea
so
it'll
creatures,
get hotter.
they simply didn't withstand such a sharp change in pressure. Algae and corals have also dried up.
GGs.
Wait a minute. Weren't they responsible for producing 50 to 80% of the world's oxygen?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's time to put on some oxygen masks. And how are things on dry land? I mean, now everything is just land. But you get the point. Wow, this whole place is lit, and I mean it literally. If there are no oceans, then there are no clouds or rain. Now there are forest fires
Oh,
everywhere.
wow.
Poor animals have to escape and leave their home. Oh my.
That's rough.
And it's not like they'll be able to find a new home, because all plants, of course, will dry up quickly. There will be literally no place for living left on the
So essentially, isn't that what happened to Mars?
I
All
was
of the
thinking that
water
too.
evaporated and then everything burned, you know, like a couple billion years ago?
Was there ever water on Mars?
There was,
Yeah.
yeah. They've done tests. It's still there. It's just like deep beneath the surface.
Wait, so was there life on Mars?
There could have been billions of years ago.
We gotta watch a video on that. Leave a like if you want to see a video on that.
That should be
could
pretty
learn.
cool.
We can
That's
learn.
crazy. Are we going
We
to
can
Mars
double
right
our
now?
brain cells. I don't know, guys. 20,000 likes and we'll think about it.
You love that like goal. You love that 20,000.
I do.
So now Earth looks like a giant desert. Great! But people have been living in deserts for thousands of years, right?
That is true.
Maybe they'll know
But
what
everyone
to do.
needs water.
They won't.
And oxygen.
After all, people in the desert.
Well, Alec, the camels are gonna have water in like their camel back, so we could just use that probably
Oh,
for a
true.
little bit.
We just drink camels pretty much. It's all
We
camel
Drink from the
water.
camel's humps.
Right.
Yeah.
I love camel
Yeah.
humps.
Drink from the hump.
to drink.
Yes.
So now there's total chaos everywhere, and survivors fight for the last drops of water, if there are any survivors at all. In fact, no matter how much they fight for resources, their fate is sealed. The ocean absorbs a huge amount of CO2 and the heat coming from the sun. They also distribute this heat throughout the planet, making it pleasant to live on. But once they're
Oh,
gone,
okay.
the temperatures will quickly jump to 250
Yeah,
degrees Fahrenheit
makes sense.
and above.
We can't survive that.
But
Alec just
We're gonna
said
have to
it
go
makes
underground.
sense.
That makes sense. If there's no water, then it'll get real hot.
Alec
It'll
has
get
not
hot.
been following anything that's happening in this video.
It makes sense. Trust me. It makes sense. You just gotta trust me.
Alec knows his
Just
stuff.
gotta trust me, dude.
It
Come
makes
on.
sense. It just makes sense.
Alec is a certified scientist.
high temperatures, now we have no clouds, and they helped us too by not letting through solar radiation. So we're also
Yup,
under the
solar
direct
radiation,
impact
Adam.
of the sun's rays. Our last hope is icebergs.
Yeah.
Now that everything is terribly hot, they've melted.
Oh.
And maybe they'll be the last hope for humanity.
Oh,
but
cool.
that cool solar flare was definitely worth it. Silly humans.
Silly humans.
What if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Would you notice? Absolutely. In fact, depending on where you're located, you could be thrown off your feet and sent
I
flying
said
across
that.
the planet at approximately 1,000 miles
I said that.
per hour.
That's
If you somehow
insane.
survived
What in the
that
universe?
event, What happened next
What?
would be like walking into a nightmare. There
You
would be
kidding me?
giants.
Wait, but why though? Because the Earth is frozen. Why would everyone be flying? That doesn't make any
gravity.
sense. It should be
Because,
the
yeah,
opposite.
it's not going to slowly come to a stop. If it just stopped on the dot, right there in time, everybody's going to just keep spinning around.
Yeah.
We're spinning at like
Really?
thousands of miles per hour.
So we're just used to the Earth spinning. Like we're just used to it spinning.
We are spinning right now thousands of hours every single second, and we are moving through space at millions of miles per hour. But we don't feel it.
That's crazy.
Let's let this guy explain because he's much smarter than me.
Giant storms, humongous waves, and flying debris. The crazy part is the worst is yet to come. We might
Really?
take all the things
No way.
Earth's rotation does for us for
Hey,
granted. It
do the
influences the
stanky
weather,
walk.
allows for 24-hour days, helps moderate the climate so we can survive comfortably
Really?
on our planet. Earth started
Exactly.
spinning around 4.5 billion years ago, and it hasn't stopped since. This is because in the vacuum of space, there's nothing to create friction that would slow down the Earth. However,
I
the
see.
speed at which our planet spins is decreasing. So, what would happen if Earth suddenly came to a complete stop? There would be some instantaneous effects, followed by a series of catastrophes in the minutes, hours, and days to come.
Oh my,
If you
the
Wait,
ground
so
just exploded.
If it slowly stops spinning, it's slow. Like every year, it gets slower and slower. Eventually, it will stop spinning.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to happen for a very long time. Yeah, I think that it's going to take literally forever.
Okay.
Unless Adam, you need to speed the Earth up by sprinting as fast as you can and just like digging into the ground and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then the Earth will go faster than it's ever fasted ever before. That's what I think you should do. You could save the entire world.
That's the stupidest thing you've ever said.
Alec clearly needs to go back to 5th grade.
If you're sitting on a beach near the equator when Earth stops spinning, you, the beach chair, and all that sand
See
around
you.
you
It's
would
like a giant
continue
tornado.
moving at around 1,000 miles per hour. If you somehow managed to avoid
Wow.
being hurtled across the planet, you would have to watch out for things such as cars, animals, and anything that wasn't secured to the Earth.
Yeah,
flying
everything
away.
would fly
You and
away,
all the
even
other flying
buildings.
debris would
No
not
way.
get launched into space because Earth's
cyber-
gravity
That's
would still
Elon.
be pulling you toward its center. But everything would go careening in an easterly direction across the surface until friction finally
I would just
slowed
go
it down.
west then.
It might seem unbelievable, but if you were at the North or South Pole, you would have no idea that Earth stopped spinning at
No
first.
way.
This is because
that's actually
momentum
true.
at these locations is zero. Think of it like spinning a basketball on your finger. The finger at the pole of the basketball doesn't move as the ball
Bro.
spins. However, if you were to place your finger
Interesting.
anywhere else on the surface of the
Wait.
ball, it would move in the direction that the ball was
Bro.
rotating. That same thing would apply to anyone at the poles of the Earth. Let's say that you and
Okay, so whoever is living like at the equator is moving the fastest?
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying? Bro, that's crazy!
But nobody has any idea because we're always going at that same speed, so nobody really can feel it.
I'm moving to Antarctica, bro, just in case this happens. I'm bunkering up over there.
I heard it's pretty cold there.
It's better than being dead, than getting flung around. You're getting flicked by gravity.
Nobody's going to stop Earth in its tracks. There's no way. It's been doing this for 4.5 billion years.
Or, hear me out, we always just wear a parachute everywhere we go, so that when we eventually go flying, we just pull our parachute, and then we're good. Then we slowly fall back down to Earth.
What happened to Alex IQ for this video? It's just dropping.
That is
Sure.
genius! Are you serious?
Comment down
Yeah,
below.
but
That is
Alex,
actually
what-
smart.
What
That
will
is
you
actually
do
smart.
if a giant car comes out of nowhere and kills you anyway?
Then I pull left, and then I dodge the car. Come on, it's a flawless plan. Just
Well,
everywhere you go
Adam,
from now on, wear
I
a
actually
parachute.
think he's onto something. Alec, you should buy a parachute and you should wear it everywhere.
See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly, it's a
Wait,
great
I
plan.
agree. Alex,
Fantastic
buy that
idea.
now. Buy
Alec,
that
go
now.
on Amazon right now. Please buy a parachute.
Thank you, guys.
Fight off
you and
Timu, actually.
everything else that went flying across the planet.
wish
Now
dot
See,
com.
that guy needs a parachute.
Debris
You should
everywhere.
save-
See?
Look around and
If you had a
see
parachute-
yourself
Anyway.
alive. Unfortunately, you won't stay that way for very long
Oh,
because the
here we
worst
go.
is yet to come. Even if the Earth stopped spinning, the atmosphere would continue to move. This would cause a massive global windstorm. Like
Oh,
everything else
snap.
that wasn't bolted down,
Hey,
the
yo.
winds would blow at 1,000 miles an hour. As you
Parachute
go
would
away
save
from
ya.
the equator, the wind speed would slow down. However, you would need to be located pretty far north or south.
It's awesome.
before the
Wait,
winds
it's
dipped below
kinda sounds
non-lethal
amazing in
levels.
Antarctica.
Most man-made
Yeah, but you would
and natural
freeze.
structures would not even
Wear a
be able
coat.
to withstand winds over just a few hundred miles per hour. The
Whoa.
strongest wind gust
Wow.
ever recorded on our planet was just over 250 miles per
That
hour.
is really
And the most
fast.
powerful hurricane force winds
Oh,
reached
that was
just
a
over
hurricane, though.
150 miles per hour. When you consider the destruction that can be done by these storms and then multiply it tenfold, you
Yeah.
get an idea of
Yeah.
how dire
Every
the
house,
situation
every
had
building.
become.
See
the
you.
winds would not only be moving incredibly fast across the planet, but they would do something strange over time. Once
Wait, now I actually now understand the history of the the Leaning Tower of Giza.
Pisa.
Pisa.
Okay, go on. Is that it?
Down,
Oh,
regular weather patterns
That's
would
not
change
how that
drastically.
happened.
Never
The
believe
spinning of the
anything
Earth
Adam
creates
says.
the Coriolis effect, which causes air currents to move across the planet.
Whoa.
It is the movement of air and the friction that's caused as it passes over the surface of the Earth that causes certain weather patterns, such as hurricanes. Therefore, a non-spinning Earth would not have any more hurricanes. So, at least we have that going for us.
Let's
But there are
go.
There we go, there we go,
phenomena
come
that
on.
trying to survive
Well, that's
on
if
this
we
new
survive.
motionless
That's only one
world
thing.
incredibly difficult. For one thing, the oceans and all the water on the planet are about to move to a new location. When the Earth stops spinning, the water, like everything else, will keep moving. This will cause enormous tsunamis and gigantic waves.
What's
to
gonna happen
sweep
to the
across
sea
every
animals?
continent and briefly turn
They're all
our
gonna
planet
end up
into a
on
water
land.
world. It would be like a more intense version of the Noah's Ark story, but even a ship large enough to carry 2 of every animal on the planet wouldn't survive the waves, which could
Maybe that's how God did the ocean thing. He just stopped the Earth from moving.
Just for like even 1 second, that would cause this probably.
It makes sense now. Scientifically, you could explain it, how he did
I
it.
guess so. So it sounds like the only places that are going to be safe are the International Space Station and maybe a nuclear bunker could be safe.
I was thinking that as well.
That's about it.
What if God just like, he just like spin on his finger?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's awesome, man. That was sick. I'm glad you said
hundreds
that.
of feet high. And if you thought 100-foot tidal waves
I
were
like to think
bad,
my
that's
God's cool.
nothing compared to the other natural disasters that would be caused by a sudden stop to Earth's spin. The tectonic plates sit on top of Earth's mantle and slowly move across the viscous molten rock. This is what causes geologic formations such as mountains and valleys. However, if the plates keep moving at their previous speed after Earth stops spinning, it
Whoa,
can cause
whoa, whoa,
earthquakes and
whoa.
volcanoes on a scale of which
wow.
has never been seen before.
That's fine.
that's
That's
not
fine.
good.
Plates slam into each other.
We don't even
huge
have
tremors
volcanoes
will
near
ripple
us.
across the landscape, tearing apart the Earth's crust.
Iceland would have a
Oceanic
field
plates
day.
will be forced under less dense continental plates, causing massive volcanic eruptions that would spew molten lava.
So pretty much what he's saying is that every volcano to ever exist would erupt as soon as this happens. All of the lava is just gonna boom, explode like me after Chipotle.
That's the first thing I'm on board with. I'd be cool with that.
Well, the thing is, we don't live anywhere near volcanoes, and so we would just get to see all the videos of other people taking videos of the volcanoes, which is kind of cool.
Yellowstone, I think, is our closest volcano, and it is a super volcano. And people say that if that were to ever erupt, the entire world is going into an ice age.
Actually, no, because he said that there's gonna be water. There's gonna be water all over the entire Earth. So how would a volcano do anything? The lava's just gonna instantly turn into just like molten rock instantly because there's water everywhere.
But then it keeps erupting, and then it erupts, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's how Hawaii was created.
So we'll make a new Hawaii. We need more
Exactly.
land.
Now we get Hawaii's everywhere.
Exactly,
Dude, let's
true.
hashtag stop the Earth from spinning. Let's start the hashtag, guys. Come on, this sounds awesome.
Okay, you're acting like humans have any control over whether the Earth spins or not.
I
We're
think
gonna
Elon
die
Musk could do
either
it.
way, though, too.
Elon could do it, I think.
If we do that, we should go to Mars first, and then maybe wait to see what happens.
We should attach a string from Earth all the way to Mars.
That's an idea.
And just see what
Atmosphere
happens.
and smoke or dust particles. The resulting scars and craters in the Earth's landscape would be reminiscent of something out of Dante's Inferno.
That's good, Adam.
And yet there is still more devastation to come. We're now hours into the after effects of an Earth that suddenly stopped spinning. The waves have subsided, the winds have calmed, and the Earth has reached a sort of new equilibrium. But now the really strange stuff is about to happen. At this point, pretty much every living thing on the planet has been wiped out, except for some species.
the
that
penguins.
Oh, penguins! Penguins
These are
survived!
Scientists stationed in the Arctic. Unfortunately,
The
at
only
least one of
flightless
those
birds.
creatures won't last for very long.
They're a
Every
joke
weather
to the
pattern on
bird
Earth will
community.
have shifted. Winds are blowing up from the equator to the poles, and this directly impacts rainfall, causing rainforests to go arid and deserts to flood.
Dang,
Surprisingly,
GGs.
some of the most hospitable places on Earth after it stops spinning would be in the frozen tundras of Canada and Siberia.
I feel like if you were in a bunker, you'd survive this pretty easily. Like and then you would just need padded walls on the bunker because you get flung 1,000 miles an hour, but you just you eat that, you know?
That is true. Or you're just like strapped down. Maybe you like know that it's coming, and then you're in a seat so that you're just like protected.
Yeah. Because once you survive that, you're good.
I feel like you haven't been watching the rest of the video because there's tsunamis, there's volcanoes, there's like 1,000-mile-an-hour wind.
He's also mentioned multiple times that after these initial things happen, everyone's gonna die anyway. He just hasn't explained why yet.
Well, you gotta think that I'm pretty sure Venus is one of the planets that stops spinning entirely, and Venus, one side is icy cold, and the other side is like molten rock lava. Because it doesn't spin, so it doesn't have any equilibrium, right? So one part that faces the sun turns into lava, and the other part that faces away turns into ice.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. You're a super genius.
Right now, these locations are difficult to live in, as the temperatures are brutal and precipitation can be
Yeah,
low.
that does look
However,
cold.
with the changing of weather patterns, these areas could begin to thaw and
Even the
become
trees are
much more
sweating.
temperate. That being said, in the coming days, another problem will arise around the world that would render this a moot point. As the Earth spins, it creates centrifugal force, which pulls the water of our oceans toward the equator.
Centrifugal
Due to
force.
this phenomenon, the sea level at the equator is actually about 13 miles higher than the sea level at the
Oh,
poles.
wow.
When the Earth
'Cause we're
stops spinning,
spinning.
the centrifugal force that causes the oceans to bulge at the equator is gone. This means that the water of the oceans will begin to move toward the poles.
Whoa.
The ocean
Oh,
levels at
it's
the
all
equator
going
would
to
flood
Science,
by
baby.
about 5 miles as the water rushes to either pole. This would increase the amount of water in the Arctic and Antarctic, submerging any remaining land under salty water. Those new oceans would
Climate
now extend
change.
from the poles down around the longitude of where Spain is located in the northern
Holy
hemisphere and to the
smokes.
tip of Argentina in the southern hemisphere. But due to the drastic drop in
Wouldn't it just freeze again though? Because it's all cold.
Yeah, I thought all those frozen areas were floating because it's ice and ice floats. I thought it was like they were giant ice floating, like icebergs.
Well, I think that the water at the equator is really warm, so it's just gonna melt all of the ice.
But it's cold there, so it'll just freeze again. Like,
Yeah, we'll
like
figure it out.
I
don't know
put
if
my
it's cold enough.
when I leave my cup out in the sun, it melts. The ice melts. I put it back in the freezer, and then it's cold again.
Imagine being a fish while this is all going on. You're just like in the water with like hundreds of miles of water going really fast. And then you're just like, whoa, this way. Whoa, that way.
I was thinking too. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking like, how crazy would it be to get a boogie board and just ride that thing?
That would be fun, Adam. Dude, let's make this
Yeah.
happen. This sounds sick.
Don't think we want this.
sea level near the equator,
C's,
there
baby.
would now be a giant supercontinent that circled the Earth's equatorial region,
Ooh, the
separating
Panera.
the two new polar oceans from one another. This new
Panama.
continent would be a barren stretch of land.
What are you
containing
talking
very
about?
little in the way
Pangea?
of plants or
Pangea?
animals, as it's been underwater for hundreds of
Pangea.
millions
You're a
of
pan
years.
idiot.
Life would slowly begin to recolonize this newly formed
Whoa.
continent in a
See,
new
this is
situation.
awesome.
But
This
since
planet
most
looks
living
better than
things were
before.
likely wiped off in the initial displacement of air and water, this process
Noah
would
and his
take
ark.
much longer. However, life always seems to find a way. So
Yeah.
microbes would probably inhabit the new continent first, followed by pioneering species such as fungi and lichens.
Ew, ew.
Unfortunately,
Ah, I'm a
even
fun
the most
guy.
resilient species would have a hard time surviving on a non-spinning Earth due to the change in the length of a day. The spinning of Earth on its axis is what causes day and night. Once the spinning stops, there will still be a day and a night. It'll just take much longer to change between
Oh.
the two. Just because the Earth stops spinning doesn't mean it stops revolving around the sun.
Oh, I
The
forgot
length
about
of a
that.
year, or the time it takes the Earth to complete one revolution in its orbit, would remain the same. This
Okay.
means that as the Earth
Wait, that's why everything's calculated by year. Is because the revolution around the Earth. I mean, the sun.
That is what a
Exactly.
year is. Exactly.
That is exactly what I learned when I was 12.
But guys, I think if the Earth isn't spinning at all, then one day is going to be as long as 1 year.
Yeah.
Right? Like that makes sense.
Imagine how much harder it would be to do the Minecraft 100-day challenge.
That would
That
take
would be
100
tough.
years.
That would take you a lifetime, Alec. Get to work.
continued to orbit the sun, one day on Earth would take a year. Wherever you
I'm so smart, dude. Come on. Come on.
You should host this channel.
Some really terrible things begin to happen. The most noticeable difference would be the changes in
Temperature,
across the
yeah.
planet. Since
Yeah.
any given
All right,
point on
relax
the Earth
there,
would receive 6
smarty
months
pants.
of sunlight, it would experience 6 months of intense heat. The first days of having non-stop sunlight wouldn't be too bad. You might be hard
Yeah.
to fall asleep, but the temperature wouldn't be that drastically different.
How bad does
as
it
the
get?
weeks passed and the area never got a chance to cool down, the temperatures would slowly begin to creep up.
He's burnt.
It's estimated that 6 months of non-stop sunlight would likely cause the temperature on the daytime side of the Earth to reach over 212 degrees
Whoa!
Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius.
That's
this
hot.
is hot enough to
That
boil
is
water
hot.
and melt
That's
everything
hot.
else on the surface of the planet.
That is
the
hot.
water would evaporate into the
Air
and
conditioning, guys,
eventually
come
find
on.
its way to cooler
Your air
regions of the
conditioning
twilight.
is
I would-
burning alive.
I would be on the other side
The
of
daytime
that.
side of the Earth
I wouldn't be
would
on
I
that
would be
side.
like, I would be like
landscape
right
in
in
a
the
matter
middle
of
so that I
months.
could just
On the
go
opposite side
daytime,
of the planet,
nighttime,
where it's
daytime,
perpetually
nighttime.
nighttime for 6
Yeah,
months.
exactly. You would have to continuously be like walking in between the day and the night. You can't let it get too far. Because if
It
you're in
would-
the cold too long, or if you're in the night too long, it'll be too cold. If you're in the day too long, it'll be too warm.
There's only a small sliver that you could survive on.
It would,
Exactly.
it would move pretty fast because it goes one time per year, but that's a long way to travel in a year. You'd have to follow
Especially
that.
when there's no planes and you have to walk because there's no more cars and you're also a fun guy now. So
And most of it's
keep that in
water.
mind.
True.
6 months, the temperatures would plummet. If you found yourself stuck here, you would notice something strange during your 6 months in darkness. The night sky would never change. We're used to seeing the stars, moon, and other celestial bodies move across the
Yeah.
night sky, but this is an illusion. Although everything in the sky is moving, the only reason that constellations seem to rise and set is because of the spin of the Earth. If the Earth stopped turning, this would no longer be the case, and you would see those same stars in relatively the same position all the time.
The Big Dipper
That
would
being
always
said,
be
there
in the
would be
same
7
spot.
celestial objects that still moved across the sky.
D.
These would be the other planets in the solar system. However, due to the long orbits of the outer planets like Neptune and Uranus, there's a chance they would not cross your portion of the night sky during your lifetime. You would likely be able to see Mercury, Venus, and and Mars, though, which might break up some of those
right.
monotonies of a year-long day. Surprisingly, there are a few ways that life might get around the temperature problems with an Earth
Yes!
day lasting one
The
full
bunker!
year.
I'm telling you,
On
the
both day
bunker!
and night sides of the planet, microbes would likely be able to survive.
Wow.
Since they're
Microbes,
pretty
Adam.
hardy. However, most
He did
plants
not
and
mention
animals
the
would
bunker.
die off in massive numbers if any survived the initial catastrophes when the Earth stopped spinning.
GG's
Although,
lying.
when you think about it, there are already certain organisms that survive in locations where 6 months of the year are in
Yes.
darkness, and the other
Yeah,
6
it's
months
Alec
the
in his
sun never
basement.
sets.
That's
in the
facts.
South Pole, penguins live in
I'm
these
catching
conditions
strays
every
for no
year.
reason.
Granted, if the Earth wasn't spinning, their
There's some sort of
habitat would
fish
likely
that's
be
deep,
underwater,
deep down
but
the ocean
theoretically,
that has a
penguins
light
might be
on
the
its
best
forehead.
suited animals to survive on a non-spinning Earth. There may also be creatures deep in the ocean near hydrothermal vents called extremophiles
Yep.
that could survive if
Yep.
Earth stopped spinning.
Oh, wait,
These
where's his
creatures
light?
in the ecosystems don't require sunlight as they create
Yes.
their own food, not using photosynthesis, but a process called chemosynthesis.
Yep.
They do this by taking the heat and minerals being pumped out of the Earth and into the oceans and repurposing them into food.
Animals
are
These
so
extremophiles
fascinating.
No
continue
way.
to
That's
the
insane.
Earth's core and tectonic plates
wish I
need
could
to
do that.
remain active. If these processes stopped along with the spinning of the Earth, then everything that
I
relied
wish
on
we
the
could do
organisms
that.
around the
Look at how
hydrothermal
happy he
vents
looks,
would die
too.
off too.
Doesn't need no
For
McDonald's,
just died.
Dunkin',
themselves still living on the Earth
Chick-fil-A.
after it
You don't need
stopped
none of
spinning,
that.
There might be a way to survive that year-long day. However, we'd have to go back to our roots and become nomadic again. During the time it would take the Earth to complete its orbit around the sun, there would be always a section of the planet that would be in a twilight zone.
That's
Sun
what we were
would either
talking
be
about.
Just about to rise or just about to set.
We
in
are
those regions.
geniuses.
This would make their temperatures relatively moderate. In
Yes.
this scenario, anyone who survived the stopping of Earth may be able to make their way into the equatorial supercontinent.
That's
and
what we
use it
said.
as a base of operations. If you
We're
could
geniuses.
somehow band together with any other humans who survived and start a nomadic tribe,
Start a
you
family.
could follow the twilight zone around the Earth every year.
That would be
Obviously,
tough though,
you'd need
because you got to think the Twilight Zone is eventually going to move into the ocean. So we'd have to figure out a way to stay at one spot in the ocean very slowly and then just keep following.
Jack,
that
wouldn't
Twilight
the
Zone.
ocean be gone though? Because the
I don't
evaporation
know.
and the boiling
In the
of the
image
water?
that he just showed, the ocean was still there.
Oh.
Also, the higher north or lower south you go, the less you would have to actually travel.
That is true. So you just go to the top or you go to the bottom and then you just walk in little circles.
You walk in like
little
a
circles.
4-foot
Exactly.
circle.
Exactly. Okay. We have our game
Dude,
plan
we
down,
got
boys.
this. Come on.
right.
All we need is a parachute, and then we can survive this.
Parachute. step one.
Parachute, guys. That's all you need.
That's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Find drinkable water.
Parachute.
But if those obstacles could be overcome, you could travel your way around the planet each year and keep out of the high and low temperatures.
See, look, they got their parachutes on.
There are many more
don't look
obstacles
happy,
that
though.
would need to be addressed in order for your new Twilight community to succeed. But it's kind of interesting that going back to our
Everyone
nomadic
looks like they have
lifestyle
to
might
poop.
be the thing that could save the human species if the world
does
stopped
not
spinning.
look happy
The
at
number of
all.
problems
I
that need
do.
to be overcome seems almost insurmountable when you look at it practically. All life on Earth today evolved to live on a planet with a day lasting roughly around 24 hours. The length of a day is so important that it's become ingrained in our biology. If the Earth
real.
stopped spinning, it would throw the circadian rhythms of living things into chaos.
Yeah,
This
we wouldn't
process
know
is
when to
fine-tuned
sleep.
to allow our bodies to go through physical, mental,
Maybe
and
we could
chemical
just survive
cycles
24
every
hours awake.
24 hours. If your circadian rhythm gets thrown off, it can lead to depression, irregular hormone release, and even a change in body temperature. And this is not just unique to humans.
Well, depression would also come from the planet being destroyed.
I would be pretty sad about that. Yeah.
It'd be hard to be depressed if you're worried about surviving.
Yeah, the worst part would be there's no more Wi-Fi or like no more TV.
That's what you're
no
worried
more
about.
King would
shows.
probably
That's
have
what
to
you're
shut
worried
down.
about? About your family getting destroyed?
Chick-fil-A would probably no longer be operational, especially not on Sundays. But wait, what if the Earth stopped spinning on a Sunday? Then they would be closed forever, at least for the next year.
Dude.
You know what the real solution would be? We need to become astronauts.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be safe if we're on the ISS. Yeah, we could just spend our time in space
And we start reeling them in with that rope.
very slowly, and that's where the parachute comes into play. Once we get close enough, we just parachute away.
We are so smart.
I'm buying a parachute.
We have to make sure we land at the North or South Pole, though. That's the only way we survive.
The only thing my only takeaway from this video is buy a parachute.
Many living
Bye,
things
bye,
on the
bye.
planet
Parachute
rely on
equals
circadian
survival.
rhythms to time biological functions. Life evolved over hundreds of millions of years to survive during a 24-hour day. It would not be able to adjust to a year-long day very easily.
Dang.
All of those problems so
Crazy.
far would occur if the surface of the Earth stopped spinning. However, if the entirety of the Earth, including the core, were to become stationary, what would happen? Things would actually become a whole lot worse.
No, it can't be worse.
Come on.
Iron
But
and
wait,
nickel.
there's
this
more.
is incredibly important because as these two elements swirl around the core as a result of the
Come
intense
on!
heat and
It's the
pressure at center of our
electric-
planet, they create a
electric
magnetic field
magnetivity.
around the Earth. This magnetic field
Yep.
protects our atmosphere from being obliterated by harmful radiation and
Okay,
solar
we
storms.
are done
If the
for.
core of the Earth stopped
Wait,
spinning
what?
along with the rest of the planet, our magnetic field would shut down. This likely wouldn't cause any immediate catastrophes, but
No!
after a while,
Meteors,
the
meteors!
After a while,
always
your hair
something
definitely
from
turns
extra
red.
radiation bombarding it from the sun. living things would get radiation burns and the DNA in their cells would begin to mutate. However, this would only be a problem until the sun belched out a solar flare or a coronal mass ejection in our direction.
Gosh, I
Without
hate
our
coronal
magnetic
mass
field,
ejections.
These cosmic events would completely annihilate anything on the surface
That's
of the planet.
crazy. No.
This brings us to the big question. Is it possible for the world to just stop spinning?
He's nodding
The
his
answer
head.
is yes.
What?
There are two different ways the Earth could
How?
stop spinning.
You said it
First
yourself,
would be if
Jack.
all motion stopped at once, and the second would be if it gradually slowed down over time.
That's what
We're
you
gonna
said,
look at
Jack.
both scenarios. An abrupt stop
Yeah, but
would be
how?
much more devastating than a gradual one, but a gradual stop is likely as our planet's spin is already slowing down.
Yes.
If the Earth was hit by another planet-sized object, it would theoretically stop the rotation of our planet. If this happened, all of these things discussed in this video could be disregarded.
Okay.
That is
That looks a
terrifying.
little bit worse.
That is a
than the
code
planet-
blue.
Imagine our planet just getting deleted. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Any big planet could just destroy our planet. It's like one of them games of marbles.
The Earth will stop spinning if it gets exploded by another planet. That's a fact.
You don't say.
That's like in
Magnitude
Squid
would
Games.
vaporize anything on the surface of both planets, which makes 1,000 mile per hour
Why is this guy
winds
still
and
smiling?
long days pretty
This is awful.
insignificant in the grand
This guy
scheme
is
of
planning
things.
world
Surprisingly,
domination.
A planet in our solar system went through such an impact. Uranus
Really?
does not spin the same way as all the rest of the planets in our solar system. It spins
What?
at a 90-degree angle from its plane of orbit. All
What?
other planets spin close to 180 degrees along their orbit. Many scientists believe the reason that Uranus's spin is different from the rest of the planets is that an Earth-sized object hit it in the past. So,
Oh my
it's
gosh,
not out of
Uranus
the
got
realm of
hit by another
possibility that
ball.
Earth
No,
could be
it was
hit
the
by
moon.
something that would disrupt its spin. There is another planet that has an even more peculiar spin than Uranus, and it happens to be our neighbor.
Saturn!
Venus is a lot like Earth.
Dang
it's
it.
about the same size, and it sits just on the inner part of
But
the
it doesn't
solar
spin.
system's habitable zone. However, due
Yes,
to
it
its
does.
runaway greenhouse effect, Venus is more like hell than Earth. But what makes this planet peculiar is that it rotates in the opposite direction compared to all the other planets in the solar system.
It just
On
has to be
Venus, the sun
quirky.
rises in the west and sets in the east. Scientists
Really?
think
How
this
does it
might have
even
been
do that?
caused by an impact. Recent evidence suggests that Venus used to rotate in the same direction as all the other planets, but the sun's gravitational
they
pull
figure that
slowed down
out?
its spin and eventually caused it to stop. That same gravitational pull continued to tug on Venus, resulting in it spinning the opposite direction.
Whoa.
Can it do the same thing to our planet then? Our planet is the next planet in the line. It's the next planet.
I think we're too far away, Adam. So
It's literally right there. I can see it. My
We're
mouse is
only
pointing
getting
at it.
slowed down just a little bit every single year. Just a little bit. It's kind of like when you stand next to Alec. You only get pulled in just a little bit closer every second that you're
It's
there.
getting worse and worse so every year. I don't know if I can help it.
They say Earth is in the Goldilocks zone, Adam. We're in the Goldilocks zone.
So this is the best time to be alive?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
But eventually, Earth is moving further and further away from the sun as well. And so eventually, we're going to be outside of the Goldilocks zone, and then Earth is going to turn into Mars, pretty much, in like a billion years.
That is out of this world, Alec.
That's past my
This
lifespan, buddy.
would never happen to the Earth as we're too far away from
It's
the
not
sun.
past your
but
mom's.
Perhaps something else could cause this to happen to our planet. There may be some unknown force that we've yet to discover.
Why is
which
he
could
sleeping on
cause
the
Earth
job?
to stop spinning. Perhaps if our solar system passed by a black hole at just
No,
the right angle,
nope,
the gravitational
nope.
pull from the black
Not
hole
gonna
could
happen.
cause our planet to stop
No, Ben
spinning.
10 Omniverse
However,
is
a more
coming near
likely
us.
scenario would be that the black hole would consume our solar system or
Not gonna
throw it
happen.
into chaos. Right now, the Earth is spinning slower than it was a year ago. In fact, the Earth's spin slows down around 1.4 milliseconds every 100 years.
Oh,
that's
that's
a very
nothing.
small number. and
That's
will have
nothing.
No
That's
impact
literally
on
nothing.
your life. But for people in the future, it could be a huge problem. The reason that Earth's spin is slowing down is not a mystery. There isn't some unknown planet or force tugging on Earth stalling its rotation. Instead, the reason it slows down ever so
getting
slightly each
old.
year is because of the moon's gravity. You can see the pull of the moon at work.
I always
twice a
hated the
day
moon.
if you're by a
I
large
hate the
waterfall.
moon!
Guys,
tugs at
it's
the water,
fine.
which
It's just the
creates
moon.
tides. This is a natural.
Wait, so Gru was actually a hero.
He's doing the string thing. Look at him.
The string
He's pulling
thing.
the Earth.
No, Gru from Despicable Me is actually a hero. He's trying to steal the moon because he
I
knows
thought
that
that
the
was
moon
Vector.
is affecting the gravity.
Yeah, exactly. That movie's factual.
process and one many
Pull
scientists
the
believe is
string!
necessary for many aquatic creatures to survive. However, with all that pulling and tugging comes the side effect of losing momentum.
This guy has
Every
great
time the
handwriting.
moon pulls on the Earth, it slows its spin ever
Little
so
tug of
slightly.
war.
In fact,
They're
the
gonna
Earth
kiss.
had the same
I
effect
told
on
you the
moon
string.
for a long time until it became tidally locked.
Is this where
which
string
was
theory
caused
comes
by
from?
Earth's
Yes.
gravity stopping the spin of the
It's
moon
my theory.
completely. This is why we only see one side of the moon. Since the moon is smaller than our planet, it has less gravity and therefore didn't tidally lock the Earth.
Nerd.
This is a
Little
good
boy.
thing. Otherwise, our day would last a year and the world would look very different than it does today. But the fact remains, the moon is slowing the spin of the Earth ever
Down
so
with the
slightly
moon.
over
I hate the
time.
moon.
Down with
To
the
put this into
moon.
perspective,
Let's
let's
just
go
nuke
back in
the moon.
time. 400 million years ago, the length of the Earth day was shorter than it is today
Okay.
because the planet was spinning faster. It might sound crazy, but there were actually 400 days in a year. This means every day was
What?
21.9 hours long. And if you thought there wasn't enough time in a day to get everything done now, you would have really been pressed for time 400 million years ago.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in the future to the length of the day for the Earth? We know that one day now is about 23 hours, 56 minutes, not 24 hours. This is why we add an extra day every 4 years.
That makes
to make
sense.
sure that our calendar stays in sync.
It adds
At
up.
the rate at which the Earth is slowing down due to the pull of the moon, in 140 million years, a day will be 25 hours long.
Wow.
Obviously, you and I won't be around to witness a 25-hour day,
Probably
but
not.
given enough time, the Earth could stop spinning altogether. At that point, one day would be the equivalent to one full rotation of the Earth around the Sun, or 8,760 hours long.
This is getting
But
scary.
even future generations don't need to worry about this happening. The Earth will be destroyed long before it stops spinning. We're not talking about
This is
doomsday
getting
or-
worse
Wait,
and
he's talking
worse.
about cyborgs?
Instead, we're referring to the time it'll take for our sun to turn into a red giant and consume
Oh,
the Earth.
yeah.
This will happen in about
What do you
5
mean, oh,
billion
yeah?
years,
You
when
knew
the
about
sun
this? You didn't
fuses
tell
all
us?
the hydrogen atoms
Yeah,
at
well,
its
we have
core
5
and
billion
meets
years
the
to
What are we
figure
gonna
out
do?
what else to
I
do.
knew Jack was a traitor.
At this point,
He's a
sun
part of the
begins
sun
to
gods.
expand. There's a chance that the sun doesn't swell to the size of Earth's orbit, but our planet would be so close
The
to
dude's
red
playing
giant
Blackhole.io.
that the radiation and heat would be too much for
Agario.
our magnetic shield, and the world would burn up. At this point, Earth would be tidally locked with the sun and would no longer be spinning.